Greetings and salutations, folks out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another glorious Saturday Night Live with your host, Cliff, aka Fox It Outdoors. I am rocking, as always, my yellow shirt. So, yellow shirt crew unites, and Sunday will probably be the orange shirt crew, assuming I'm feeling up to pestering Dan on his live. Right now, I'm just kind of meh. Evening, Mr. Rob. Quintuple B. Rob, how's it going? My first participant of the day. Ooh, and Blake is early. Ooh, Blake, what's the occasion? Good evening, Cecilia. How are you doing? Blake, I'm mad. None of the stores around me are selling that freaking big bag of the Cadbury eggs. I'm pissed. I've checked Walmart, I've checked Albertsons, I've checked my local Kroger. I gotta find those bags. I wanted 3 of them this year. Nobody has them in stock. Like, nobody even has them on shelf. And the Easter stuff that I have at my store has been there already for, like, almost a month. I've been stocking up. I'm so mad I cannot find that big Ziploc resealable bag of those freaking Cadbury eggs. The ones we were having a battle with last year. The ones you got in like November somehow. I don't know how you got a bag in November. But yeah. I can't find them. I can find the small bags, but for some reason they only have the small bags, the mini ones, over at the Walmart. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I might have to order them from Amazon or something. Ooh, speaking of which, can I even get those on Amazon? Well, I can get 2 bags for $20. No, that's some horse ass. Oh, here we go. I could find a 5-pound bag for $34. Or I can get a 2-pound bag for $37. Yeah, why does it seem like the 5-pound bag is way more worth the price? I just wish I could get the ones that we had last year. There it is. Nope, that's a 27-ounce bag. See, now I'm bored. Now I'm mad because they don't want to sell me the eggs. Oh, that's annoying. Ooh, caramel eggs. 24 individually wrapped caramel eggs. It does not look like 24 according to that package. That looks like 124. I thought that said fake. Well, anyways, I'm upset that I can't get them. I don't either. Or I am the same. I want the freaking big bag. Blake knows which one I'm talking about because we were having a competition about that. I had one of those bags lasted me like 6 months. That's why I wanted 3 of them. I'd still be eating them next Easter. Because I completely ran out. Those things are. You don't believe me either. Ask Blake. He can vouch for this. Those things are so freaking rich. You can only eat like 10 of them at a time. And then you don't want to eat them for like 2 days. What's going on there, Colin? How's it going? Blake's ignoring me because I forgot to give Blake his usual greeting. Anyways, I'm going to start this off because I've had the last 2 days have just sucked. So, yes, I have a refill. It is brand new. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, mine's got a dent in it. Mine's al dente. Oop, I just put 2 more dents in it. That was brilliant. Ooh, nice. 1, 2, 3 leaves. My stalk of corn is touching the roof in my greenhouse. Blake's. I know full well I didn't block him because if I blocked him, I wouldn't see him in here, and I can't block Blake because that would just be stupid. Me and Blake get along quite well, surprisingly. Ooh, Howie is still live. Nice. Get off of my shit. Thank you. I will sneak back on there in a minute. If you haven't already, go and give Mr. Howie, or AKA Food Farmers Permaculture, go give him a quick howdy do. Say hi. Give him a good thumbs up over there. Yeah, Cecilia's here. You're just leaning slightly over. Probably needs more water or needs more sunlight. Usually one of the two. Mine is what's really funny is mine's got the full crown already with all the I've got pollen like on half of my leaves. They're just on there. And yeah, it's got the full star aspect spangly doohickey on the top, and my next one's already starting to go. So I am getting hopefully corn within the next couple of months or the next month or so. I don't know. We'll see how well my luck holds out. More sunlight. Turn it. So most likely what it's doing is because it's in one spot and it's only getting sunlight from one direction, it's leaning toward that sunlight. Turn it 45 degrees and do that every week or so, and it'll straighten out. Because mine was doing the same thing in the greenhouse. Mine was kind of leaning at about a 15-degree angle. So I just turned my pot like 180 degrees, and that straightened them right out. But yeah, that's usually the best thing you can do with the plant. If it's leaning one direction, just turn it like a quarter to the left, like a quarter turn, not 1 25 cent to the whatever, full quarter turn, and that'll usually level it out. Sorry, it's a little harder to read that from this side. There we go. No, you can just leave it right there. It's blurry. Oh man, full bottles suck to pour because I'm pouring it all over me and the table. And my sinuses are being whack again today. I don't know what it is. I'm fine all day long when I'm at work, and then I leave or do something in my house, and then my sinuses go all stupid. I don't know if it's because I'm eating. Swear to God, if it's because I'm eating, I'm just going to go on a hunger strike. Yeah, spot is gone. And got to get it all out. Got a couple of things today as well on the docket. We have a little bit of an unboxing, a little bit of show and tell for seeds. There's only one person on here so far that knows what my seeds are that I currently have. I just picked up a whole bunch more. Those were shown on, I think, Thursday or Wednesday night. I don't remember. But I picked up more seeds because it's always good to have enough seeds. Plus, I needed to pick up some more sunflower seeds because I am dead set on turning my neighbor's front yard into a freaking sunflower patch. You know a teensy bit about what? Yeah, and there's Mr. Jason. Good evening, Mr. Jason. I have my spicy beverage, which I know currently you are unable to. Do you? Do you now? Because I just picked these up the other day on Wednesday. I picked them up Wednesday. Yeah, I picked them up Wednesday. I got a whole bunch of stuff. So what do we want to do first, folks? I've got a handful of people in here. I don't know where everybody else is at. I don't know why everybody else is at. I mentioned that I picked up seeds, but I didn't mention what seeds that I picked up. The only one who knows exactly what seeds I have is just got here in the chat. Aside from that, you might have gotten some honorable mention of what I have, but yeah, I picked up more because I can never have too much, and plus with my new garden beds that I'm working on currently, then I will be doing some interesting stuff over there. They are in an area that is highly susceptible to wind, so I'm gonna be trying stuff over there that I know will not blow over in the wind. And I'm hoping I have enough theoretical days in the year to get them to grow. Nope, I have not. I have still got stuff here. I'm trying to find stuff. My room is an absolute disaster right now. Last night I got bored and felt like crap, and I threw away like 15 pounds worth of like just dead denim that I have in my room. So I'm trying to. I have everything. Most of the stuff I have still sitting over here. I got the bubble mailers over there. I just got to get everything organized. I've got just way too much stuff on my plate between gardening season starting, work, the other projects I've got for other people that I still have to start, and yeah, and I'm freaking dying over here. I ran into my machine at work. I also got a massive knot right here. About killed myself. So I have the stuff. I just have to find certain things to get everything squared away and sent. Gonna be dead honest. I've been super, super, super lazy about it, but also super stressed and busy about other things. Yeah, that's what happens when you freaking plow right into a freaking machine. I was holding a stack of pans and I plowed right into one of the screw for it, and it's a busted screw head. It's supposed to be like a butterfly nut or a butterfly screw, and I plowed and it's broken. So all that's there is the base and the threaded part, and I was holding a stack of pans upside down like this, a good stack of pans, 7-8 pounds, just carrying that, and I plowed right into it, just bam. And I about dropped all the pans. My whole arm went in like a 3-foot span. My whole arm went numb, and I like had to like almost run to get my stuff over there because I would have dropped about $80 worth of pans from work. So yeah, I've been having a bad 2 days. Yesterday was 3/14, so that one killed me at work, and today I had to play recovery. Oh, it wasn't even the funny bone. It wasn't even the funny bone. I straight missed the funny bones like right here, like in that spot right there. So where my fingers is where the funny bone is. I pegged that bugger right there. Look at the gap. I was like a solid ½ inch. I nailed it. I couldn't feel the bottom half of my arm for like 40 minutes. That was just numb. I forced myself to work because I needed to get stuff done. So tonight might be a 2-drink night. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Aside from that, looks like people are starting to roll in, which is awesome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, folks. If you could, that would be super awesome. I would like to actually hit 600 people, 600 followers at some point this year. If it takes me another year to get to 600, I'm just going to delete my channel. I swear to God, I'm just going to delete my channel. I have not had a chance to watch it. Also, good evening, Rob. How's it going? Yeah, it's that could very well be there, Rob 2. But it's going to have to be Rob 2 because he's the one with 2 B's and the other Rob's only got 1 B. So we got double B Rob and single B Rob. I almost sound like I said single B Rod. Good evening, Grace. All right, well, you know what? I feel I've got enough people in here, so I'm going to do seeds to start. And then we'll get into some other stuff. So I've had these for like 2 weeks. I have not yet put them outside because I just haven't had the time. Plus, I don't want them to freeze because apparently I got a cold front. What am I running over? What? Fucking wheel fell off. So I got a busted wheel on my chair, so I have to, like when I turn a certain direction, the wheel just, like one wheel just rolls off. Sorry, one half of the wheel rolls off of my caster. So I have myself, I know I showed this before, I'll show it again. I have some sweet onions, 30 of them for $5. I've also got standard yellow onions, 30 of them, or 60 of these for $5. I have not gotten a chance to plant these, literally due to the fact that I know if I stick them in the ground, they're going to freeze. Oh, I almost dumped my table over. I hate this chair some days. So there's that. One of the packs of seeds that I got was picked up another one of these, another massive pack of mammoth sunflower seeds. What's really funny is this one, oh, it did have the grams. It was like 36 grams or something like that. I mean, essentially, that's all seeds. All of that is all seeds. Yeah, stuffed pack with seeds. There's probably 100 plus seeds in there, maybe. Oh, nice. I haven't pike fished in a while, but then again, I wasn't really fishing the first time for a pike. I just happened to catch one. Those things are nasty. Don't ever let one of them bite your fingers. Pike are decent eating. It's a fish. It's going to be a tough fish, but think of it this way. If you don't have anything to eat and you have a pike, it's better than nothing. Ooh. Whose salad are you stealing? You got a Caesar salad over there. So whose salad are you taking? Also, hi, Deb. Oh, I got a headache now. Why? Why do I have a headache? I drank like a liter of iced tea. Well, they do. They're usually in their mouth. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to look forward to there, Rob. Hope you get a good pike tomorrow. That'll be a pike have a ton of teeth. So things I'm going to try to grow this year, again, even though the first time I grew them, it was by accident. So we have little pumpkins. These are the spooky pumpkins. Don't know why they're called spooky pumpkins. It just looks like a little tiny pumpkin to me. I'm pretty sure, God, what is that British a-hole's name? Damn, I forgot his name. Calls everybody a donut. All pumpkins are edible. Yes, thank you, Gordon Ramsay. Any pumpkin is edible. I don't care what anybody says. Pumpkins are all edible. It's just what your preferences are on pumpkins. Good evening, Dan. How's it going? Then we've got the early sugar or pie pumpkin. So, again, another pumpkin. Edible. I've got the carvers. I call them carvers because that's basically what that is. That's a carving pumpkin. Only when it comes to mushrooms. That statement is true. All mushrooms are edible. Some of them are just edible once. And I've got the variety mini harvest blend. I like these ones just for like decorations for fall, like during Thanksgiving and whatnot. It's also made good Christmas decorations too if you have a bunch of them. Because they charge you it's stupid. You buy one of these little things at the freaking store, they're like $2 to $2 to $3 a piece. Sometimes you can get the Tyler, brother, long time no see. How you doing? Hey, Zardos, how's it going? Thanks for joining us tonight. Then another thing I picked up is some thyme because I'm tired of buying plants, so I now have thyme seeds for forever. So I'm just going to load up my pots. I'm going to put a ton of these. I'm doing spectacular. Getting ready for a full-on gardening season. Adding more stuff and just looking forward to having a good harvest this year. I'm also having a spiced beverage. So for those of you who are also partaking, cheers. And then last but not least, because I think my plant's not going to make it this year, and I'm really sad that I killed the one that I had going for like 7 years. Rosemary seeds. I have never gotten any of my rosemaries to produce seeds. So the fact that I have rosemary seeds makes it awesome because I am just going to start planting rosemary everywhere. Because you cannot go wrong with rosemary. Cannot. Cut a sprig, throw it on a steak as a garnish, whatever. By needs, he meant knee. Now that his knee, Knee, has been fixed. Not his needs. If his needs have been fixed, then that means he has been domesticated. Oh, most of us don't. There's a few Zardos that don't even eat mushrooms on near me. I'm one of them. I don't particularly like the taste of them. I don't even like dealing with them at work, but I have to. In a lot of cases, yes. If you keep the largest of the crop and you take the seeds from that, you have a higher likelihood the next season of growing of equal size, but you can also standardly help assist bigger growth in stuff, fertilizers, proper care. With pumpkins demasculated, what did I say? I don't even know what I said. I thought I said demasculated. What did I say? Demasculated? I don't know. But so yeah, essentially just keep the largest of the plant or whatever produces the largest one. Keep the seeds from that one, and then you have a higher chance next year of growing some bigger ones. But yeah, so you just keep those ones, and then again, like I said, you can help them grow. I was going to say with pumpkins, if you want bigger pumpkins, the best way to get a bigger pumpkin is to leave only 1 or 2 of the females on the plant and get rid of all of the rest of them. You also want to bury the entire vine. So if you have a plant that has 3 vines on it, 1 pumpkin per vine, bury everything else. What'll end up happening is the individual vines will send out, wherever there's usually a leaf node, it'll want to send out like a creeper vine or a tendril. But if it's buried, it'll send out a root. The tendril will end up turning into a root. And if you have an 8-foot long section of roots, you're going to get way more nutrition or nutrients and all of that to said flower. So you just have that one on there. You can get 3 massive pumpkins off of one plant. Ooh, nice, Rob. More plants. Yeah, windowsill plants are always good to go. Some tomatoes would be good, and maybe some beans. That's the one thing I don't see people growing indoors is beans. Like everybody I know grows beans outside. I don't know anybody that's in like a small urban setting, i.e. an apartment, townhome, tiny home, even like a standard house where they grow any sort of beans or anything inside. I've grown basil inside. I've had rosemary inside. Technically right now I'm growing lemons or oranges inside. Orange tree, which by the way, that thing is like 7 foot tall now. Like, and that's from the top of the pot. It's 7 foot tall. With the pot's like 8.5. Something like that. Close to 8, 8.25. What else have I grown inside? I've done onions. Because onions don't even care. As long as they get ambient sunlight, they just keep going. But yeah. So planning on growing more acorn squash again this year because last year I had, surprisingly, a relatively good crop or harvest of acorn squash. So I'm going to do that again. Might grow that along the fence in a certain area. Welcome back, Tyler. I had not known you stepped out for brief moments. But welcome back. Have you been having a lot of fun with the truck camper or the truck tent? I was not expecting that. I honestly thought that was going to be one of those that pops up kind of like, 45-degree angle and it's kind of like soft-sided around. I was not expecting that thing to look like an old school like trapper tent on the inside. Like I had not expected that. Ooh, spaghetti squash for dinner. Nice. I had corn dogs because they were on sale at the freaking Wiener Schnitzel. They were 4 for 4. They were basically 4 for $4, so $1 a piece. Yeah, the clamshell style ones are kind of weird because you can only sit in there one way because you don't want, when they open up, you don't want your head down on this end because if you lean up, you're going to smack your face on the ceiling. So it's like you have no choice but to face the door. But the one that one that you had, hey, CR, how's it going? Looked really nice. Looked really cozy too. Like a lot of room in there. Nice. Yeah, you can start beans indoors, but I will tell you right now, a lot of beans do not like being transplanted. I don't know why. They just don't. I don't know what it is. Beans just do not like moving from spot to spot. If they're only a couple of inches tall, I think you'll be okay. But once they get past a certain height, they don't like being moved because they don't want to have to readapt or reacclimate to the soil that they're now in. So usually I just direct sow my beans, and I'm going to be doing a epic butt ton this year because, you know, I've got one of these more or less half full, a little over half. These are the cow peas, aka black eyed peas, which is weird. I don't know why it's called a black eyed pea or cow pea when it's a bean. Really? Well, as long as he knows what he's doing and he's got it down, then yeah. Yeah, I saw the. Yeah, I watched the video. No, I saw that you had a counterpart there for the hangout and whatnot. Yeah, it looked like you guys had some fun over there. Green beans. What kind of green beans is he going for, or does he grow? Is he doing the yard long? Is he doing the Kentucky pole beans? Because technically they're all green beans. I mean, they start off the only ones that don't start off green, or that kind of do, and then they start changing colors right away, are the cowpeas. Those things come when they start, they're like a little green, and then they start changing colors like within a week to like this weird, like burgundy color. Like burgundy, like a burgundy to like almost a purple. I'm trying to see if I have anything in here that would be like a good representation of the color, but I don't have anything I can kind of use. But yeah, they're like it's a weird dark purple, like a cross between purple and burgundy. Alrighty, CR. So CR is going to be here for another hour, which is awesome. I got 12 people in here. Woohoo! I haven't had 12 in here in a while. Hey, Joe, how's it going, man? Long time no see. How's work? Because I know you've been a little busy over there on your side. They changed your schedule around, so you're going live a little earlier on Sundays, which unfortunately I can't make it because when you go live, I still have like 4 hours of work. But since you're here, Joe, everyone is here. We'll do a recap on seeds. So I got rosemary seeds, which harder than heck to find, by the way. That's like mint seeds. We've got the best one ever, thyme. I'm good at keeping those. I'm good at growing those and getting those going. We've got the spooky pumpkins, which I still don't understand the concept behind that. It just looks like a normal little pumpkin to me. Oh, so you're not doing the Uber no more. You're doing bus driving. Nice. Are you doing regular for like the schools or high school, or are you doing transport, like city transport? We have the early sugar pie or pie pumpkins. Yeah, no more Uber. Right on, right on. Okay, it's for schools. Okay, there you go. We've got some jack-o'-lanterns. And then I like these ones. They call it Harvest Blend. I pretty much it's a festive pumpkin or decorative pumpkin. Yeah, charters. So here's another question for you then, Joe. If you're doing for the public schools, are you still doing the samples to those who are daring enough to try the hot peppers or the hot spices or whatnot? Jeez, nice. Well, that's good to hear. And I don't know if we're doing the Peter Pepper challenge this year, but I've already got y'all beat. I managed to keep one of my Peter Peppers alive from last year's test or last year's competition, which after I planted them, I never filmed a single video after that. So Yeah, I ended up with a ton of Peter Peppers off of like 4 plants. Yeah, you got some Carolina Reapers there, Tyler? Because somebody is still owed their due for making you eat those peppers. And she is back. She does pop up on here every once in a while. So I have not let her forget that she still has her up and coming ready for her at some point. But I got one for you, Joe. Because I've all. Oh man, I hope my wheel didn't fall off again. Nope, I just ran over a rock. So those are my seeds that I'm saving. These are all, this is what's left of my Peter Peppers. That was completely full, dried. Oh, was she? Oh, nice. So yeah, I got. There's a dried Peter Pepper for those of you who are curious to see what it looks like. They're actually fairly spicy. They are, I believe, 200 to 300,000. Let me double check on that. No, I think the Peter Peppers are actually hotter than the jalapenos. If I'm not mistaken, Peter Peppers 5,000 to 30,000, and then we have. Oops, I can't even spell today. Let's try that again. Jalapeno peppers. Jalapenos are 2,500 to 8,000. So the Peter Pepper is a little hotter than the jalapenos, but it also depends on how you grow them. Because I did one year, I did some jalapenos and they were way hotter than the standard listing for Scoville heat units, the SCH or SHUs, and I made some powder with that. Speaking of which, this is what I have left of an absolute massive batch. Like this container was half full of powder. That's what I have left of it. So that's probably the best view you're going to get on that. Me creeping through there, I look like a pervert looking through a window. But yeah. Oh, give me a second. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I think I had some. Like I said, I grew some jalapenos 2023, and I swear those things were up to like 15K on the SHU. Like them suckers were hot. Yeah. Yeah, Tyler, you want to try some more of those chili tapines, the little red ones that I gave you when we were at the meetup? Oh yeah, oh definitely. This one was, like I said, most of it was the Peter Peppers. I had a container this size full of dehydrated jalapenos from 2023, and those were the hot ones. I had a handful of Tabasco peppers and one other pepper that I put in there, and I can't remember the name of it. I only put like 4 peppers in there, and that stuff came out super hot, but it was a good heat. Now, I have this last little bit that I'd be willing to mail out to somebody. I got a bunch of stuff I got to mail out at some point, so if anybody would want some of this, I'd be willing to send this out to you, just so y'all can try it out. I'm half tempted to just send it over there to Spicy to see what he thinks. But I think I feel more that powder that I made would be a better use if you're doing like breaded chicken. So you just dump that whole thing in your breading mix, just mix it all in there nice and good with the flour, and then just do your own like spicy grilled chicken or spicy deep fried chicken or whatnot. Oh, I hear that. Yeah, I've done that with green chili. Green chili is usually not too hot on the heat scale, but I get all my stuff down here from Hatch, and those freaking chilies are stupid hot. They range anywhere between like 30 and like 70,000. That's hot for a chili, for a basic chili. But I plan on doing another batch this year. Like I said, I've already got a head start on the Peter peppers. I overwintered a plant in the greenhouse. Trimmed it. Mind you, I trimmed it. The method that I've learned or have seen other, pepper gardeners do when they overwinter a plant. Trimmed it just above the Ys, the main branch, the main splits on the Ys, and that plant took off. That freaking plant's like 1.5 feet tall. And I probably have about 15 peppers on it already. Just chilling in the greenhouse. I've got 2 jalapeno plants, 1 Tabasco pepper, and I think 2 yellow ghosts, but I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. I know specifically one plant is a yellow ghost, and I know the other one looks like the yellow ghost, but I'm hoping it's a habanero, because I had 1 bag left that had like 15 seeds in it it was one of those random hot pepper mix bags of seeds. So those are usually, there's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 different peppers, breeds of peppers or whatnot in the bag. It's just a variety mix. I planted that. One of them survived, like out of all of them. But because it went too late, it didn't have enough time to get very tall or very big. So I did the same thing. I overwintered like 5 pepper plants. And they're going nuts in the greenhouse. Like, I've got more on that one that looks, that I'm still not 100% if it's either a yellow ghost or the habanero. Versus my habanero plant, that's actually got like 3 times as many peppers, because every time I try to grow a habanero plant, I get 1 pepper, and it's usually about this big, and then the damn thing falls off, and then the plant dies. So, I don't know. Super, super hots, I suck at growing, but right now, because of the way I have had my greenhouse set up all winter long, I basically, the entirety of winter, I've had that greenhouse at 65 plus, even at night. Right now it's 64 degrees in there, and it won't drop below 55 because I got a little heater in there. So doing that, I'm also tricking trees. I've had some tree cuttings that I stuffed in there that I cut off over a month ago while the trees are still dormant, and I transplanted them with some rooting hormone into some pots, and then I just threw them in the greenhouse. I figured cutting them during dormancy would be perfect because it's not going to send the tree into shock. And My assumption is that if it starts to slowly warm up the plant, saying, hey, it's springtime, that plant will both grow and hopefully send out roots. Because I've actually got, it's one of the big ones is my apple tree. I did a big cutting on that. It's like I did like a 3-foot cutting almost. And it's actually sent out flowers. I have not had a chance to get that going, Jason. Unfortunately, for the last 3 days, it has been stupid windy. Like stupid windy. Like I had to go outside in the middle of the night on Thursday and close up my greenhouse because the wind blew the door open. It's a flat door, and it blew it back on the tracks like 6 inches. Well, I can't wait for spring either. So again, folks, this little bit, I've already had some of this. This stuff is fantastic. If anybody is interested in what I have left here, I will ship this out to you at some point. I have little baggies I can put it in. If I need to find a bigger baggie, I can put it in. I even have, God, I got to stop running stuff over. I even have this that I can actually put that in. It is just a little baggie. It's a seed baggie, but the powder's already dry, so unless it gets wet, it shouldn't be an issue. And it does have a little clear window so you can actually see. The only thing I don't have is a heat gun to seal these, but I can probably just use a curling iron. So, little window so you can see what's in there. And I got about 50 of these bags, so I can send out whatever I need in there. I've got a lot of stuff I have to update and send out, so I'll be changing out stuff to those bags. Hopefully customs won't be a turd about it. Damn, 45 minutes already gone by quick. So, yeah, so if you happen to be interested in wanting that pepper or that powder, once this thing is posted on, normal format instead of the live, just throw a comment in there. I'm basically going to go first come, first serve on that. I do not have enough in there to split between multiple people, so it's just going to be what it's going to be. Because I know Joe likes to do, when he does his lives, I know he likes to do pepper powder reviews, sort of spicy. I don't know if that's going to be enough for spicy. I think he's just going to be like, oh, this tastes like spicy ketchup. Because that dude had been eating some hot stuff recently. Surprised he doesn't have the fire shits. But yeah, aside from that, peppers are doing good. I got about 10 more that I want to plant this year. Don't know if I'm going to have enough room for them. Salsa ketchup was garbage. That stuff was terrible. It might as well be tomato sauce with spice in it. I remember when they did green ketchup. That stuff was gross. It tasted like ketchup, but it was absolutely horrid. It looked like ketchup flavored wasabi. Right, Joe? Exactly. But Chucky ketchup, oh, that's gross. Other things that I'm still working on growing is citrus. I did actually, for those of you who have been paying attention to what I've been doing in the greenhouse, sorry, sinuses are really being a turd right now. I just took an updated picture of my citrus plants. So this one here's got 2. That one's a single, that one's a single, and that one's got 2 as well. It's just hard to see because I forgot to turn the pot. So 6 citrus plants. Ooh, what the heck is it? I hate when it does that. touch the button. So I have 6 of those, 6 citrus plants, and they are doing fair. By the way, these stupid things, Jason, I kid you not, those plants are only about 4 inches tall, maybe 5. Damn little bastards have thorns on them. Thorns. And those plants are like this big. I think the back one's like 5 inches tall. That one's growing fast. But I would have figured they would have gotten the thorns, a little later in, their growth. No, I noticed the first spiny thorn on that thing when that damn plant was this tall, sticking out of the ground. After it got its 4th set of leaves, that's when it started. I saw a little tiny spur off of one of the leaf nodes. Those ones, I'm actually shocked, Grace. I'm still waiting for my lemon to germinate, but I still also have 5 more seeds up here, so I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. Hopefully I can get them to go. I don't know. Oh, denim, that'll poke you through leather. Them things, when they're hard, when they're established, you can use them as a sewing needle. They hurt. Freaking massive. My lemon bush is getting ridiculous. Between my Mexican limes and my lemons, I can barely walk in my greenhouse because they're sticking out so far. I have them in a spot where I thought was high enough for them. No. And I kid you not, I do trim those plants before the end of the season. And for some reason, I feel like it triggers the same hormone in those that it would in roses when you cut roses. When you prune a rose, it sends out a hormone saying, we just lost this limb. We need to go into production overtime to grow more. That's why you never cut your roses in the wintertime, because they will stress out and die. You cut them in spring, and they just take off. But I've done that with every time I cut my citrus plants, they just like take off. Each one of those plants has had like about a foot of growth on there, easy. And I'm still finding new growth daily. But right now I've got probably 25 lemons on my lemon plants and probably just as many on my Mexican lime. And no, I'm not being whatever you want to think I am. That's literally what the plant was called when I purchased it. It had the ticket and everything. I think I still have the placard somewhere in the back under a bunch of stuff. It was literally labeled as Mexican lime. They're little tiny limes. They're usually about this big. I would say not a chicken egg, not even a small chicken egg. I can't even say a grouse, because even a grouse egg is too small. I'm trying to figure out a decent size. Walnut, like a standard walnut, like the largest walnut, like a black walnut. That's about what size those limes usually get. Grease it up. Ugh. Rum is pirate sauce. Oh, picante sauce. I was trying to figure out, like, ooh, pirate sauce? What is that? Veggies this year. Oh, that's a tough one. I am going to do a lot of what I had last year. So it'll be squashes, carrots, radishes. I'm going to try to do pumpkins. I've got a ton of stuff I want to try since I've this year, by the time my season starts, I'll have added 3 new grow beds. One 5 foot by 2 foot, actually 2 of them 5 foot by 2 foot, and then I'll have my standard 2 by 1 by 6 trough bed. I'm also going to be doing a almond tree. I have to plant that one within the next week or so. So basically, when my days off are, I got to plant that. So I got to get that in the ground within the next couple of days. Aside from that, I have a list of stuff I'd like to plant. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to plant it all. Because I also have to, I garden while working a, sort of 9 to 5 job, 5 days a week. It's tough to find balance between all of that. Joe, you should know exactly how that goes because for a long time, you were doing your Ubering and trying to garden and doing lives and all of that wonderful stuff and having the stress of dealing with the deer, trying to eat all your food. The one year you had that windstorm that just wiped out all of your little tiny greenhouses. So, yeah, ton of stuff I want to get done. But I don't know. I think I'm going to do a lot of repeats just mainly because those repeats have gotten me quite a lot of yield over the years. Another one I do want to get going again is the Kentucky pole beans. The first year I grew those, I probably grew about 20 pounds of that stuff. And I didn't even know what I was doing. This year I know what I'm doing. Well, I've known what I've been doing for the last 3 years now at this point. So I'm going to get those growing now next. I'll probably get those ones. I do want to do loofahs again. I did not like how my loofahs came out when I planted them on the trellis. They seem to have done a lot better when I had them on my little tomato cage trellis thing that you get at like the Home Depot and Lowe's. It usually comes with the 3 5-foot or 6-foot poles and then the like 9 interlocking connectors. When I did that, that was when I actually got some decent loofahs, which I still have, which is funny. Hey, and it's not infested with spiders. It's got a lot of hair on it though, so let's try to keep this away from my drink because I don't feel like drinking a fuzzy drink. So yeah, I still have this loofah. Damn, they're getting a little. Oh, that one's actually still got a seed in it. Oh, there's actually 2 in there still. Ha! Yeah, I still got 2 seeds in there. I wonder if those would actually grow. But yeah, so there's a loofah, a little tiny one, mind you. I mean, that's my hand for comparison. It looks bigger on screen. There's a standard TV remote, so you can see side by side comparison is. I don't know. There we go. I think my longest one was 15 inches. But I mean, free organic scrubbies. Can't go wrong with these. Skinny end you can just cut off in like a 3-4 inch section and just use that as a bath scrubby, and then the rest of these you can just cut off 2 inches at a time and use them for kitchen scrubbies. So still got all of those. I got another one somewhere, a little shorter, a little fatter, because I had like 8 of those things, but I was also giving them away to family and friends, so a lot of people got random sections of scrub with the loofahs. I do have to find my seeds though. Because the only thing I don't know where I put are my loofah seeds. And I probably had over 300 of them. So Other than that, let's see. New this year that I'm trying again, I'm doing Canadian garlic, or sorry, not hardneck garlic. I just planted those a couple of days ago. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. I think I planted Wednesday or Thursday. I planted them. Thursday. I planted those on Thursday. I planted about 16 of them in two sections where I have the new garden bed. I finished the garden bed itself. I completely finished, and then the offset that I had that you guys saw with the little planters and the gravel, I rebuilt that whole thing completely the same day. I finished that off too, and now I have 4 planters over there, a rock, and a water feature, which now I just have to run electricity to so I can run the water. Basically, my bird fountain. Aside from that, I planted that over there. The remaining 8 or 9 that I had, I planted in another section of the garden. So I'm hoping I'll see some sort of activity on those within the next couple of weeks. Because I've basically had those in my refrigerator since like October. So if they haven't had the required chill hours, I don't know what to say. If I don't get anything off of those, that's it for that. I no longer have hardneck garlic. Unless somebody from Canada is willing to send me like 4 cloves of garlic. Hardneck garlic, by the way. Not just random garlic. Regular, standard, softneck garlic, I've got that by spades. I still have shit like 20 cloves over there. Sorry, pardon my French. I've got at least 20 cloves over here that I can easily just throw in the ground. But I currently have like 90 or 100 of them in ground already, and they're already popping up. Tons of garlic this year. I don't even know. And what gets me is garlic is getting more expensive now. Used to be able to buy a clove of garlic for like 25 to 50 cents a clove. Now they're almost up to $1 a clove in some locations. And to me, garlic seems to be one of the easiest ones to grow. You literally set it and forget it. If you're in a dry area like me, you water it every couple of months or, just every once in a while. As long as it's got a good ground cover on top of it. You and me both, Joe. You and me both. I have a chicken coop, but I'm still in the process of getting the rest of the stuff I need for the chickens before I can actually get the chickens. I don't want to just get everything all at once. The chicken coop already cost me $400. The chickens are probably going to cost me another 120. And then I still have to get the brooder. I got to get a heat lamp. I got to get the feed for the little chicks and basically make sure they're at the same temperature everywhere. So I got to figure out a spot to set them where they're not going to be constantly battling temperature fluctuations. So I think once I'm able to get my greenhouse set up, I might just throw them in there in their own little pen just so they can have sustained heat. Don't know if it'll be too much heat. I don't know. I've never done chickens, but I do have this little book. There we go. So yeah, I've got down here in the bottom, Raise Chickens, a Beginner's Guide. So I have this. I mean, it's not like I don't have a lot of knowledge on chickens. But, little chickies. Hard to see what I'm showing, but yeah. And 4 pages worth. So hopefully it'll help. So I got to read through this. I'm pretty sure even my Back to Basics book has stuff about raising and growing chickens. I have a white pumpkin that I will be cooking tomorrow. I'll toss the seeds out next to my garage to vine cover the area. Jason had to water his garlic. Was that the elephant garlic, Jason, or the regular garlic? No. Colin, you go tell him that's his corn. He needs to move it. Okay, so you just have elephant garlic? You might, if you get a good crop off of that, you might have to send me one just so I can try to grow elephant garlic. Minimum of 6 months for chicken poop to break down. Whoo! That is a big garlic. Well, let's see. What else am I going to try to plant this year? I don't know. I've got a slew of stuff. I want to do more peppers because I like doing the hot peppers. But I also like growing stuff that I can eat. So we'll see. I am planning on doing more watermelon radishes. Did fairly decent on those last year. They got pretty big. Nice. Ah, gotcha. That's why the easiest way to do it, if you got, put them on a plant dolly. Something that's got wheels or casters or coasters or whatnot. You can just slide it around. Yeah, that's a lot of what I try to do is I try to grow what I eat. Beans I'll eat, radishes I'll eat, carrots I eat, lettuce. I don't do spinach, but I grow spinach for other family members. Loofahs, not exactly sure if those are edible during any stage of their production, but loofahs are good for a lot of the basically just shade because they will climb up everything and they will just keep going. But you also get the I don't know what the heck to call it. Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? Is it a bean? Oh, so it's okay. So loofah is considered in the pumpkin squash or gourd family. Well, that is interesting. All right, so I guess loofah's a pumpkin. Yep, you would be correct there. It's under the gourd class, so it's a pumpkin squash or gourd. Who call CR8 pretty good, so hopefully he won't be going from there. Wow, what happened to my stream? Like I went from like 12 people to 3 in like a heartbeat. Man, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Colin, the only place Mac climbs on is either your lap or Jenny's lap. Well, when I said it, it was 3. Like all of a sudden, my views went. Boop. It's already trying to break my morale. The fact that I got somebody in my chat that has physically told me on a live stream I should have more subs than where I'm at, which is BS. I think I have fairly good content, fairly knowledgeable content, and relatively helpful content. I don't know. Sinuses are pissing me off tonight. And I'll see what else I want to do. I want to do sunflowers. I want to do way more sunflowers, which is why I keep buying packs of sunflowers. I do not delete my lives anymore. Most of them I put on restriction if they're past a certain length or if there's certain topics in there that aren't really relative to the chat itself, I usually throw those on private. But as of this year, I'm not going to be doing any of my lives on private unless there is any sort of like political arguments or religious arguments that get a little bit out of hand. So, aside from that, everything should be kosher. I need to start limiting these things to like 2, maybe 3 hours max. But you know how it is. Sometimes they just kind of get away on you. And you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, unless the lives go sideways, exactly. Yeah, that teddy bear sunflower is going to be a weird one. It's basically just a velvet sunflower. Sometimes they do. Me and Grace had a bit of a challenge one night with one of my subs. We got into a sort of heated political disagreement. But we're squared away on that one. No harm, no foul, no hard feelings between the two of us. Right, exactly 4 hours later. But let me get the usuals up there for the regs who would like to join me. Oh man, my YouTube chat is way behind. That is crazy. I'm going to throw this on here once my thing gets caught up. God, my chat was like, my YouTube chat, when I clicked over, was like 10 minutes. It's like 10 minutes behind. No, you were long passed out that night. That was a late night live. That was one of the lives where I think I was going like 4 hours. I think it was me, Grace, James. God, Grace, who else was there? Do you remember? Right, give me a second again, folks.
Hey.
There's Mr. Jason. Good evening, Jason. Molly, how's it going?
Yep. Let me finish.
And there's a Mr. Colin and a Jenny. How's it going?
Hello, Jenny.
Hi.
And Joe can come up.
Saying hi to you.
Oh, hi.
There she is. Say hi. Ian's in the other room. We can't. He's not. You can't hear us. Ooh. All right. You go, Rob. No, I still haven't watched those tractor videos yet.
I'd be in the Midwest in the fall. That's cool. Way to go, Rob.
These are the Peter Peppers I'm keeping for seeds for myself.
Ooh.
2 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough time.
Ooh.
I'm counting the seconds I'm watching.
Okay, I got another question, corn question for you, Cliff.
Oh, there we go.
Which is the best sun for my corn plants? As I'm, basically doing it on my back porch for now until it warms up properly.
Yeah, what's your division of the division? What do you mean by Midwest?
He's going to be visiting.
Well, yeah, but like where in the Midwest? Midwest is like 15 states.
I think Illinois is where he usually visits his family. I do know that.
Well, if he's going to go to Illinois, we're going to have to one of these days do a coordinated attack.
I plan on going that way. I got to go see Dan anyway.
Dude, I'm not even considered the Midwest. I'm considered freaking Central U.S.
I thought yours was Southwest.
Well, Southwest, but still Central.
South Central?
Yeah, well, driving your juice on the hood. No, Rob doesn't want to see me. I see how it is, Rob.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't want to drink a beer with you either.
Hun. I just found out something really cool, Cliff. The little grabber they gave me to help me pick things up
Yeah.
comes with a little magnet on it.
Huh.
I didn't know that until just now. I thought it was just something sticky on there. It's kind of cool.
We advise not to be a member of South Central. Gotcha.
No, I don't think you're going to Los Angeles.
I don't think a lot of people are going to LA anymore. That whole state is just going to.
Not so well. We'll just
It's
say
a trash can fire. The only problem is most of the ingredients or most of the contents of that trash can fire are tires.
Well, hurry back, Deb. Deb had to make a phone call.
that. Go ahead.
No,
Deb.
all right. See you in a bit, then, Deb.
Now, did he say we're in the Midwest or not?
No, he still hasn't said. Just the thing is, that's why I say we have to a coordinated attack due to the fact that I have family in the in. If he goes to Illinois, I have family out there.
Are they already out there?
Good
Yes.
reference, they are.
Oh, good.
They've been out there since last
Illinois
month.
area. Okay.
Illinois area.
I got family up in Illinois on
You're
48
planning
acres
on
of land.
visiting anyway.
Oh, they'll pester me to go out there at some point, and then I'll have to take a vacation.
One of your rare ones.
When I went and visited you guys in 2023, that was the first vacation I had taken in 12 years.
It was well deserved. You needed it.
Now I needed another week is what I needed. I literally almost called my boss on the last day, like, I'm not coming back for another week.
Didn't he say you could have?
I'm not going to do that to him on short notice.
I didn't say that.
I got to be back at work in 2 days. I'm not going to tell him, like, I'm not coming back for another week.
Obstacle, how you doing?
Hey, Obstacle.
Hey, Obstacle.
If I'm drunk, it's Ostabackle.
Oh, it's Dano.
It's Ostabackle if I'm drunk.
No, Obstacle's name is Dano.
Yes. I remember that from Thursday.
Hawaii 5-0. That's what we're going to call him 5-0 for short.
Going up from Orlando to Indiana, then to Chicago.
Ooh. I've been to Chicago. Not my favorite place.
I've seen pictures of Chicago. Not my favorite place.
I was mainly stuck in Chicago O'Hare for 3 days when I was in the service.
Oh man, Rob, you're not too far from the Miami area where you can go iguana hunting.
You don't even need to go out there. All you got to do is go out there with a freaking, the fire extinguisher, and they just fall out the trees.
No, but I mean, I didn't have a choice when I was in this. I was in the service still when I was in Chicago O'Hare. I got bumped. I had to wait 3 days for my next flight. Yep, I am down to around 260. So,
Nice.
now that I'm going to be a little bit more active and everything, I did do some walking today, looking at some thrift shops, but I paid the price for it. It hurt.
That's funny, Rob. But how do you miss an iguana with an AR? Like, I'm sorry, but unless you're running full auto instead of burst.
Maybe he hit the wrong button.
Yeah, Obstacle. I want to go too as well.
The only reason you'd go iguana hunting unless you're planning on eating it.
No, I'd probably talk to one of the guys I know that somebody there, and go out with them.
Yeah, but would you eat it though? Is the question.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just tired of people just getting like trophy stuff and just not.
I would
just
assume
under
iguana
their
would
weight.
taste like snake or alligator.
I've had alligator. And I've had
Alligator
snake.
good. No, see, I'm gonna
No,
go out one
Correct
hunting with.
myself. I'm sorry. I had crocodile, not
Donnie.
alligator.
So is alligator. Or
It
crocodile,
tastes like
chicken.
chicken.
It all tastes like chicken.
Frog legs.
Exactly. Which makes
Fishy
you wonder.
chicken, but still chicken.
All righty. Thanks for the heads up, CR. And Joe says you look great, Colin.
Thank you. I've lost a lot of weight. Over 50 pounds.
Hey, Joe, I still got you here. Did you ever get the fence put in to keep the deer out from eating your garden?
Are you doing diamond?
I know it's been a while since I've asked.
What?
It's also been a while since I've chatted with you because you and me are both usually really busy.
I got methods for keeping the deer out of the garden without hurting them.
Okay, then you could show it to them. Hey guys, Jenny's got something to show you guys that she's really proud of. She just did some diamond painting,
Oh, already go for it.
and she's putting on the tassel right now, fishing it off. It's a bookmark. Love. She's good at it. Hold on.
Ooh,
Just show the picture.
1 second there, sir.
Here you
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Good evening, Joe.
go. Hey Joe, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Not quite done yet.
What'd you miss one?
We got green shirt crew.
I missed
This is
it.
black.
You know what we need? We need somebody with a red shirt. That way we can be a stop sign. Or
No,
a light.
it's not Friday.
Joe's in his green shirt, me in my yellow shirt. Jason, go switch to an orange shirt.
No.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are we playing that game?
No, we're all lined up right here.
Oh,
Yeah, red, yellow, green.
Except I need to go. I got to do it this way. There we go. See, Joe's on top, so he's green light. I'm yellow light. Jason's red
you're
light.
cleaning up more than you do.
Well, yeah, until I
We'll just go with the background.
I missed them.
Oh, she missed 3. She's going to be a little bit. Bring me back down.
Alrighty, normal view it is. Bloop.
Hey, Joe, nice finally meeting you.
It does. It feels big on me, folks. This is an extra large. It fits me in the shoulders, but this used to be tight. It feels weird.
Well, I could probably do a video on
He
that.
was Molly have won like 3 times on his lives.
Huh?
How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing okay. I'm sorry I was an echo. I had to close the other one out. I haven't been on it so long. I missed a couple months. It feels
Well,
weird.
welcome back.
Back on.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah,
Oh, it's been
glad to
hot,
see
man.
you back
I've
up
been-
on YouTube.
It's been a hard time. That's for sure. With just work, I've been working 20 hours a day, so I really been working, getting 4 hours sleep, and that's no joke. That's 7 times a week. So, but now it's a little easier. I feel like I got some relief. Right now I'm just driving a bus. I'm not doing the computer work where I'm sitting down hearing women complain all day. I got benefits now, but now I just get to hear, listen to crazy kids yelling at me. And what's interesting is I work in a Jewish population, and so they're Hasidic and stuff like that. So they go to school until like 11:30 at night. I have some rides, 9:30, 10:30 pickups, and so I'm not getting home until like 11:30 at night.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
I never seen something like I'm just not used to that kind of.
Well, you said you're getting some good overtime, which is nice.
Yes, It's great because my other job, I was on salary. 29 years on a job, I was on salary.
Castle now.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
so-
being on
Okay,
I
salary.
was
here-
working
here it is.
70.
Folks,
As Cliff knows, I was working 70 hours a week on a computer desk job.
he's going to make it bigger.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
bedazzled.
that big screen.
No,
Oh,
that's
nice.
called diamond painting. It's like good little beads.
That
Bookmark.
is cool.
Nice.
She's been doing that since
work,
you
Jenny.
started. Before you started, even.
So I was working these 7-hour weeks, trying to guard and I was Uber on weekends. And my Ubering, actually, I made close to like $45,000 Ubering.
Nice.
Wow.
And that was part-time. But then you got to take the taxes out the end of the year, and it kind of, you're like, whoa, look at that.
No, on top of that, you gotta where you got to subtract insurance for all of that, and then you got to subtract the gas mileage. So
Yeah, so what you make at the beginning just all goes out. But all that work is because of my son. You know, you find out a why in life, why you do things. All right. So I was close to being paralyzed when I was in high school as an athlete. I pinched 7.5 nerves, as they said. They said they want to do surgery, halo. So I was a big time athlete in my state.
Popsicle likes your owl.
And when I was a big time athlete,
Dennis says thank you there, Dano.
so I was always wondering, why did it happen to me? Why did it happen to me? So here I pushed my way through. I still played sports, but it was like, here, watch me. I always kept on saying, watch me. You tell me no, watch me. You know? And so when my son was going through cancer, I found out my why was to help him fight through what he was going through.
how is Joe? How is he doing? I haven't seen from him in a hot minute.
He's taller than me.
Is he still pestering you with the jelly beans?
I'm sorry. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He thought it was, hey, look at me. I was a little baby back then. And so he's like afraid to come on YouTube anymore because he sees himself, you know, I mean, he's 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's growing. He's getting smaller and growing taller. So he's going to be like but he can't play sports. So that doesn't matter. That's all out. But he's doing great in school.
How old is he now?
He's 14.
Wow.
Time goes by fast. I mean,
Your
he's going to have
son
problems.
weighs my boy by a bunch. I mean, Ian's about 5'9", and he barely weighs $125, and he's 18.
My son has my shoulders out to here, you know.
Oh, Ian. Still, you haven't seen him recently, but he's still skinny as a rail.
How's your son's health? Is he doing pretty good since the surgeries?
It's ups and downs. When we had surgeries last year too, we had to take the pacemaker out of him. So, which is good, and he's never not going to be able to breathe like everybody else does. And when he gets hot, what he has is called Castleman disease, and there's 2 kids in the world that has it. So 2 kids. Imagine that. Imagine being one or 2 kids that has been crossed with that disease. But there's different variations to the disease. He's just in the middle of everything. But he's doing okay. He goes for walks. You know, he's happy, so that's what matters. He's happy. I'm happy.
Now you have to buy new books.
Yeah, I remember when I was 14, I discovered ornamental horticulture.
No. You got to penetrate to.
You know what? We really want to make. He is academically. He's at near the top.
I will do a video of you.
He's going to be. We're hoping to get him a top school. We're not going to be able to afford a top one, so he has to get the scholarships for it. That's for sure. Yeah. Oh, so Cliff, you were talking about the fence. So I did put a fence up last year, but it was.
ICR.
I got to do a better job. They kind of went through a portion of it, so I didn't do the whole entire thing. I got to make it more stabilized because when I did it was in a rush to get it done. Yeah, because my hours are freaking. But I have all post up all the way around it. I actually want to expand it. That's what I would love to do, but I don't have the money for expanding. You know, fences cost for $100.
Joe,
$100.
Oh, that's not cheap.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen it, so I'm just curious.
I have an acre property.
Oh, I'm jealous. We have less than 1/6 of an acre.
But I grew this year. I plan to grow about 300 different varieties of tomato plants.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing.
I wish I
had live is trying to figure out which one.
Go too well,
so I have like 3 containers. This is just a small one. Whoops.
Jesus.
And just going off things you never heard of. But I like things with wild names. You know, like here you got the hillbilly.
What the heck?
The hillbilly tomato.
2020.
What's that look like when it's grown? I mean, because the picture doesn't really do it justice.
Red and yellow.
Oh, okay.
This is called Tomato Fun.
Really? I like the names.
Yeah, look at this. Look what it looks like.
Looks like a finger.
Looks like a pepper almost.
Yeah, it looks like something.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say
I
what it
didn't
looks
want to
like.
say it either, but
This was so I had packages that look like anatomies of people. So like the Peter Pepper. So if you're thinking of Peter Pepper, the tomato fun is the variation of the Peter
that's
Pepper.
a pretty good price there, Dano, for a tiller.
But I mean, names like you wouldn't even believe. Look at this name. This is 2014.
I can't even. We'll just call it a Fablon.
Listian.
Stingy.
So my goal is to grow the sell seeds a little bit because I need to make a little income on the side. So I'm trying to find tomatoes that are going to taste good, of course, that nobody grows anymore, and try to bring it back and try to sell some tomato seeds, tomato and pepper seeds, and then I'll. And I also have a couple other properties I could use as in family properties. So if I want to grow varieties there, I could do that. So that really helps. But I had a tomato called Girls Wild Thing tomato, which is, I'm all about names. I love the names. People
cool.
get glued to names and pictures. So if I get this Girls Wild Thing tomato going, I think people will go into that.
I wonder what happened if some of those cross-pollinated, they kind of went wonky, even more so than their names.
All right, this is another one. This is interesting.
Little Red Interesting.
Little Red Riding
Good.
That's a Ukrainian tomato. That's going to need a lot of heat.
So, yeah, Ukrainian tomato. I mean, you got black tomatoes, just traditional.
Yeah,
I don't
standard.
think I've ever seen those.
It's weird. Those look like the standard, like the Black Beauty eggplant.
It looks like it says it's a member of the nightshade. It kind of resembles
All tomatoes
those
are
berries.
nightshade.
I know that, but I think it resembles a nightshade berry is what I'm saying.
I'm also growing the purple tomato, which is a GMO.
I've heard of those, but I've never seen one.
But I'm growing this because I don't want. What happens when you have GMOs? It ruins the soil, and it kills everything around the soil. It kills the pollinator. It's a huge thing. I have another interview with the CEO of the purple tomato. And we had one last week on our channel. We're going to have him on again. But the purple tomato looks like this inside.
Oh, wow. But it tastes the same as normal tomatoes.
Yeah, it tastes the same. But
It'd
see,
be very
even though,
good for like sandwiches and stuff.
yeah, it's totally different. The thing with GMOs, though, with tomatoes and hydroponic plants and stuff, is if you're eating a vegetable, you want it to be good in health, right? You want something that tastes really, really good. But you also want the health benefits of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, the problem with the health benefits, you need soil. If you don't have soil, you're not going to have, and everything deals with your microbiome. All right. So what happens? Your microbiome starts with your soil, right? So if you have your soil with all the microbes and protozoa and nematodes, everything, it's like a big battle under the ground. You want everything battling under the soil. So when things are battling under the soil, they die. They're attacking each other. That creates like kind of fertilizer too at the same time. So you want those microbes to protect the roots, which actually helps the plant's disease. Okay, so whatever I just said, okay, you can throw that out the window. But because I have no idea who's listening to what I'm saying.
It's the same thing with fertilizers. When you use the homogenized fertilizers, it spikes the salt content in the soil. So it makes it harder for the plant to take up the water.
You're gonna have to come up with those blank.
I mean, if you use compost tea and you add your earthworm castings, that's all you need in your tomato plants to do, and pepper plants and everything. It's all about the microbe. But going back to microbiome, right? Microbiome is mostly in your stomach, but it's all in your joints and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's what fights disease, is your microbiome. So if you have a healthy microbiome, you have less disease or a chance to get diseases in your body. The thing is we ruin all our soils. When we ruin the soils, it just doesn't do anything to their microbiome.
Yeah,
so when you look at the health
this year.
if you look at the health across the whole nation, it's because of the soil. It's because we ruined it. It's because our scientists are money hungry. Hey, well, let's get
we invented McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, Hey, when you have Donald Trump going to McDonald's and with the big
Drill, baby, drill.
with the big hat, it cracks me up every single time. I still can't believe I'm not getting political, but when the champions of the Super Bowl and everybody comes in, and they used to have this exquisite dinner for them, like sit down, perfect. Donald comes in and we're gonna have Burger King. They're gonna love it. I still cracks me up every time that happens. I'm gonna go to Super Bowl for some Burger King.
Yeah, I remember that from the first term. That made me laugh.
It still makes me laugh. Absolutely love it.
Hey, TD Knives, how's it going?
Hey, T, how you doing?
How you doing, Daniel?
But these tomatoes, Cliff, the tomato varieties I have are just absolutely insane what I'm gonna grow. And a crazier to name, I'm definitely growing. Here's another one. Not a funny
one.
name,
That is
but-
the cranberries and sugar.
So you think that might be sweet?
Very sweet.
Yeah, that one looks more like it looks like a kind of like a sweet Roma tomato.
Yeah. So this seed company is called Bunny Hop Seeds, and it's like she's creates these tomatoes. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, it's Tiffany, it's not Daniel.
Oh, okay. Hello, Tiffany.
Tiffany's the gardener of the family. So his partner's
Walter,
Right,
make sure we got 3 gardeners up here.
so there you go.
Like I said, she probably shoved
Keep
him
the
out
garden.
of the way. Here, let me talk.
So this is the good talk right here. It's just perfect for her to be in here.
What are the tomatoes you got, Joe? Because I know you've always got like a slew of just very
You had a
interesting
ton
tomatoes.
of them.
Check out this tomato.
Oh, those are pretty.
COTC purple zebra. Those are even darker than the other ones.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to growing this one. I'm all for pictures. Whoever
You got any
creates a
seed starts
picture,
on those so far?
say that again.
You got any seed starts going yet on those?
No, I'm just getting everything organized right now. I'm going to start up
Gotcha.
just
Are you gonna make any tomatoes BLTs with those by any chance?
just like 2 a day keeps the doctor away.
I love BLTs are my favorite. Next to grilled cheese.
I mean, it's just over the years. Here we go. I got one for Cliff.
Fox cherry tomato.
Fox
There you
cherry
go.
tomato.
Cliff. This one just for you.
Her
You have any of
Fox-
those, Cliff?
Say what?
You have any of those?
I
Fox
do
cherry?
not. I don't grow a lot of tomatoes, honestly.
Now, are
I had
those
them 1 year.
I believe those
I
are
had
the extra sweet ones, aren't they? There, Joe.
They're all sweet to me. They're all sweet to me.
I had that 1 year that I had the random Roma tomato plant grow in my garden where the roses are. And that was the only time I had the best success on tomatoes. That thing gave me probably 30 pounds of tomatoes. Like, we were giving tomatoes away. I was sending my mom to school with bags of tomatoes because we could not eat the tomatoes fast enough.
I only have one tomato growing right now. It's about yay big.
I have none, but I'm waiting for the last week of frost because I know next week we're getting a cold spell. It's going to drop to like 28 degrees.
Now, like I said, that's the one tomato. I had 2 tomato plants I overwintered in my greenhouse.
I do not want to do tomatoes in the greenhouse. They will take over.
I know that's what I was
Isn't
hoping
one
for.
already taking over?
And then my greenhouse got destroyed.
Yeah, but your tomato plants are probably still alive.
Yes, they are. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to keep it alive without dismantling the
Napa
greenhouse.
Rose. I love the logo on there for Bunny Hop Seeds. This little rabbit
Napa
head.
Rose, eh?
Oh, it's a full bunny.
Yeah,
Funny
again,
if it was
it's
a
all
giant-
about the name.
Trying to think of what you could make with each one. Each style, something like that.
Joe needs to clean off his grow station behind him. That thing is just like packed with all kinds of stuff.
Everything's packed in here. I hide as much as I can.
I'm trying.
Tiffany says she's got a volunteer tomato plant growing. She doesn't know what it is yet.
Yep. You know, if it's got fuzzy legs and fuzzy stem, it's a tomato plant. The only problem is it's going to take a lot of hit with variety.
Nika Provoca.
Oh, that's a pink
Provoca?
cheeks. Oh no, that's funny.
Weeks. I mean, that cracks me up.
No, that was my greenhouse. The other greenhouse I assembled, that was for the mother-in-law. So I don't have a greenhouse right now.
Yeah, Jason's greenhouse is currently flattened.
Yeah.
Because he didn't take the cover off.
No, I mean we didn't know that tornado was coming.
Wow.
Paradise Pleasure.
That looks
How
like
long
good.
do
That is a
Ukraine seeds
red
grow here
tomato.
in the States, though?
Yeah.
On average.
So anytime I see these names, it's like I gotta get it. I mean, to me, this doesn't sound like a good-looking tomato, but I'm willing to try it. And
Kangaroo
Paul
Paw Red. Interesting.
so I do want to
Like
grow some
dwarf.
dwarf tomatoes.
What's that mean?
It's just a smaller tomato. You have a micro dwarf, the only you could grow right in your house. Only grows like this tall.
Oh,
Or
wow. That'd be
dwarf
good for me.
Whoops.
Yeah, most of your dwarf varieties usually don't grow more than about 2 feet.
Here's another one.
Somebody names that one personally.
I can't wait to grow that one.
If Joe, if you don't get any of those to germinate, that's going to be an utter defeat.
Yeah.
An utter
yeah.
catastrophe.
Don't. I usually have really good. I keep these in a cool place and dark.
I got another question for you, Joe. How does the Ukraine seeds grow in the United States? How do they handle growing here?
Say that one more time. I missed the
How do
beginning.
the Ukraine seeds grow here?
Great. Never had a problem.
Okay,
Better germination rate. They seal them right up to you. So right before the little. So I've been ordering from that company for a long time. I heard a lot of bad things, not because of germination rates. It's because they packaged the seeds up with the wrong tomato. Everybody I have talked to, everybody that I have grown these seeds, never had a problem. True to type. Well, anyway, after the Russian war started, I was going to have somebody from my channel. We're going to interview them. And actually, they got bombed in the war, at the beginning of the war.
Ooh.
They had it was the first town that got raided and everybody got raped and everything like that. The beginning of the war. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
But that was the same. They left 3 days prior to
that's good.
what happened, and their seed company is up top. What got bombed was down below, so didn't. There was no problems with it.
So their company's still around then?
The company's still around, yeah, but they're moved and stuff like that, which is a shame.
Tiffany's wanting to know what zones everybody's in.
There's not Rosie Bench.
That's cool.
A lot of cherry tomatoes, but when you have these cherry tomatoes, you could just grow one plant. You're going to have enough seeds, enough tomatoes. You don't have to have like 20 of them.
Oh yeah, you only need one plant. Oh, those are some nice beefsteak.
See, I still think I'm in 8B.
I'm in zone 5, just to let you know, Tiffany.
Oh, and my tomatoes are not my tomatoes, but my bananas are shooting out the nice, beautiful leaves now.
I don't know where the cutoff
Nice.
is. Zone 5B is south of me. Mammy Brown's tomato. That looks like a nice tomato.
Looks like a beautiful tomato.
That
Yeah.
one, I could see BLT with that one really easily.
I'm just looking for the.
Or which one would make a really good spaghetti sauce or something like that too?
Uh-oh.
I like. You're gonna laugh at the name, but the goat. I'm trying to find out. I've been looking for those seeds. It's the goat bag tomato, right? Yeah,
Goat
goat
bag?
bag. I have grown that tomato close to 3 pounds.
Wow.
Jesus.
Very little seeds. So that's what you want in a sauce tomato is very little seeds.
So that'd be great, like for salsa and stuff like that too, or no?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, to me, I'm surprised it's not even out there. It's huge.
Gordo de Patones.
That's another. So this seed company, somebody died in his family. He had him move. He originally was from New York City, moved to somewhere in Iowa, started his company, and then he had to get moved back to New York City. So he lost his whole business, which was a
Ouch.
bummer. But he had some of the giant tomato seeds, which was amazing. This is cool. I can't wait to grow this one.
Bosque Blue.
Look at the color of that.
Also, be probably awesome pickled.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to like pickled tomatoes.
I mean, this is one that tastes of yellow tomato. So if you're having problems with tomatoes as being too acidic and stuff, you have those problems with your stomach, grow a yellow tomato. Well, I like the
Nice
tomato
looking
with
tomato.
red and white lemon. It's a
Almost
huge
looks like an
tomato.
apple.
This is usually a 2 or 3 pound tomato too. But
Jeez,
that's
that's
what
big.
it is.
Lord.
I don't think I've ever seen in person a tomato that big.
This tomato is a very good tasting tomato. It's
Oh, that
Moscovite
looks
tomato.
delicious. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, see, that looks like your
I'll check
standard
this one out.
slicer tomato that you would put on like a sandwich.
What is it?
It's a tomato.
Be
Wow.
right back.
It's a Moscovite.
Moscovite.
That's a good looking tomato.
Oh, I love that tomato. That tomato is very good tasting. That's for
I'm
sure.
thinking chili now with that one.
The only thing I know is I want a BLT right now.
I'm sorry for bringing it up, Joe. I apologize. I love a really good BLT next to a good grilled cheese.
Now, this is something I'm actually interested in growing and never really grew before, is a white tomato. So this
I
is
don't think I've ever
called
seen one of those.
Oh, I
cherry,
want
Cherry
cherry
tomatoes.
tomato
Oh,
Snow White.
Ooh. No,
Interesting.
cherry tomato. Interesting.
How do they become? Is that like because they're so yellow they look white, or is that
Yes, exactly. So it's a very light yellow tomato,
okay?
but
probably bred out the pigment.
so good. That's
I've
what
seen pale tomatoes, but I wasn't sure if that because I'm an idiot when it comes to gardening.
You're not an idiot. You just haven't grown it yet.
I can grow stuff. Jenny's not a she says she has a black thumb.
I'm confused on how Arizona is zone 9. I'm zone 7, but Jason is zone 8, and Jason's like 12 hours the other direction from me.
I'm right on the edge of zone 9.
I gotcha.
This is interesting tomatoes. Brad's Atomic
The
Grape.
atomic grapes. Yeah, see, those ones look more like their variety of eggplant.
I was going to say they look like almost like olives.
Pigs.
The only problem with that tomato, it takes a long time to turn. It's a longer growing season.
How do you know when they're done?
By touch.
Oh,
And when
how
they're not-
firm it is, that kind of thing.
It's
or-
not when you're green, so you can tell when they're starting to turn. I mean, especially when a tomato looks like it's done for a while and it's hard as a rock. You're
Right.
like, oh, just let that go. So you just keep them growing. But the plant is a very healthy plant.
Okay.
This is also one of my favorite tomatoes.
Ooh, that's a good looking one too.
Rose
Rose de Bernet.
But not a huge beefsteak, but
I
a good
wish my
8 ounce
friend,
tomato.
whatever the language is, I can't read that. Wouldn't understand what it translates to.
I love the variations that are turning color.
Oh,
Like a green.
interesting name. Thanks, Grace. Ooh, that's a
Like
big one.
this Mr. Stripey.
Mr. Stripey.
I like that name, Mr. Stripey.
That's a funny name for a tomato.
Yeah, no, Cliff.
I've got a little kid named that one.
I'm about 40 miles from zone B.
Ooh,
Excuse me,
so yeah,
I'm not-
you're like right
40
on the
minutes.
threshold.
We get the same what is it, the heat index as Arizona.
So that's at least that's the same you're used to, though, Jason.
It was a lot drier.
Purple
Purple
rain.
rain.
Oh, I like that one.
This is a dwarf tomato. Look at the size of the tomato.
Holy cow! Looks like they're on steroids.
And it's a dwarf tomato, so it's determinate. So you only got like a 3 or 4 week growing season, but they only grow to 3 feet. You're getting these size tomatoes off a 3-foot plant. Boom, sign me up, right?
Where do you get those again?
This is Bunny Hop Seeds or Heritage Seeds. If you go to Heritage Seeds,
Where are they out of?
Florida, I believe. I think
Okay.
it was Florida. But it takes the only thing with them, they have so little help there, right? You might take 2 weeks to get it delivered. So it takes a little while. And there's nothing she could do about it. It's just a small,
I'm
very
not
small.
worried. I've got plenty of seeds myself
Yeah,
right now.
2
I just
weeks
have
to me
plant
doesn't
it.
seem like that long of a turnaround for a small seed company.
Now I have never had this, but I heard it was a very good tomato. It's a Norris Nor, but that's what it
Well,
looks
looks
like.
like it'd be great for fried green tomatoes.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly.
We think alike there, Joe.
It has a weird color.
There
This
you go.
doesn't have the picture.
Thank you,
Uh,
Jason.
This tomato I'll grow every single year. This is one of my
Like cherry
favorite.
tomatoes? Yup.
Would those be good for salads? If they're that,
Find out where he's at.
Yeah, very
What was
good.
that,
for
Jason?
You just
That'd
you'll
be pretty-
constantly eat them.
That would be funny if that was How to Grow. If that was him.
This is a tomato that I heard. I will definitely like this tomato. It's a lot of the variations. Georgia Street tomato. So
Georgia
it's the red
Street
yellow.
tomato.
Ben Wheeler, huh?
German pink. Caspian.
Jason may or may not know the guy that grows those seeds, maybe.
Ben Wheeler?
No, How to Grow.
Oh, I have no idea. Is that for the Heritage Seed Market?
I
Let me see which one I have. No, that's Mary's Heirloom Seeds, who actually interviewed today. I actually interviewed Mary's Heirloom Seeds today on my channel.
Oh, cool.
And
You've had Mary on there before, haven't you?
yes, I have. Yep.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think I
thought.
remember you talking to her once. I mean, I catch her channel every once in a while.
So I have my other. I don't know which one I'm on. I don't know if I'm on Garden State Gardener or Grow Big TV, but that's both of my channels. Now these two, I will grow these two every year. I love this on BLTs.
I thought Grow Big
Not
was
as much as that.
was the collab between you and Corky.
That's going. It's right now. It's still going. That's Grow Big TV.
Yeah.
She's had problems the last 2 weeks, and she's not going to be able to make it next week too because she's actually going to Florida with their family. So,
okay.
But this week she had computer problems. They had that big storm. Well, it reached her town, so she had no electricity. And another week before, she was at the hospital with some kind of, not her, but visiting the hospital for a loved one there.
Gotcha.
So it's good. I like Corky. We have no problems at all. Everybody thinks, why did you stop? Why did you stop? You had something great going. I mean, we had 900 people were watching our views of our lives. So it was pretty amazing what we had going.
Yeah, you get lost in your channel sometimes.
And well, what happened to me was my work. I had to work.
All right.
Then you have my son's surgery last summer. I mean, there were so many things that I was going through.
Well, I'm glad he's doing better, though.
This is another one, vintage wine.
Ooh,
Now this is what I love. I love this taste of this.
that looks like a sauce tomato to me.
I think you can use it probably for a sauce.
That's what it looks like to me.
When you have the red and the yellow like that, and this is something very similar.
Cigarella.
Tigerella.
I've seen those. I think I might have some of those seeds.
I just put down Garden State Gardener's YouTube site there.
Yeah, I think I got somebody sent me some of those seeds. I got some.
Absolutely love that. Tomorrow, actually, since I'm here from self-promoting, thanks, guys. I have Justin Legg on. Justin Legg was somebody I coached. Somebody I coached in football and wrestling in high school. He always wanted to become a Navy SEAL. Was it in Afghanistan and all kind of stuff. Well, he came down with leukemia.
Ooh.
And after leukemia, had other health situations, bone marrows, he also had a double lung transplant.
Ooh.
2 lungs, Well, during the double lung, he always had a phrase, watch me. I think he got that from me. Watch me. Because I used to use that when I was coaching. So it's kind of interesting that you hear him in interviews saying, watch me. Anyway, this guy has been world known, and I'm ecstatic. Tomorrow's at 5:15 Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be an awesome interview. I'm so lucky to have him on.
Tiffany has a question for everybody. What is everybody's plant they must grow every year?
Anything I can get my hands on.
Definitely tomatoes here.
I got both either tomatoes or potatoes.
I know for a fact.
I got
always
the new thing for me.
I've only ever seen him grow tomatoes.
So I love onions.
You know, you could go to Walmart. This is where I got this. And just go to get your seed potatoes. I mean, it's only $3.50.
Man, yours are cheaper than mine, Joe. I go to freaking Walmart and my seed potatoes are like $5.99 for 5 of them.
And these seed potatoes are a pretty good size. Like, you can't see from there.
I kind of cheat and just use the ones from the store and just replant them.
Yes, I do the same thing. Because you can go buy like a 5-pound bag of potatoes for like $3.
Cut them in the quarters.
Set them in your cabinet. Here's the funny thing. I found the fastest way to get a potato to start sprouting eyes is to set it with an onion or two. Something I don't know what it is. There's something in the enzymes of the onion or whatnot that forces a potato to produce.
It activates them.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's an odd symbiotic relationship when storage. Because I've noticed every time I've stored potatoes with onions, within like a week or two, they start shooting out eyes. Every time I've done it.
That's because they want to see the onions.
They're doing something.
I got some baby reds I want to plant. I like baby reds.
Oh, I did purple potatoes last year.
I remember that. You mentioned
And I planted like 4 of those, and I got like 25, 30 in return, and I was actually shocked.
That's a good return. That's a good return.
Well, the problem is I drowned in my tomatoes last year because I kept watering like I'm in Arizona, and I'm not there no more.
Yeah.
That does make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah, that's a big learning curve. We go from extreme dry to 52 inches of rain a year.
Yeah, it's going to take a learning curve.
Oh, yeah.
But once you get your greenhouse set up, everything should be a little easier.
Well, I'm thinking about getting one of the ones like Cliff has, but a little bit larger. Get the,
Jason's looking at a greenhouse similar to mine, but his is 15 by 20?
Yeah, something like that.
No, it was
14 by
14 by 20, or it was like 12 by 20, wasn't it?
Oh no, 10 by 16, 10 by 14, something like that.
Jason,
you got your thing up on your pull it up real quick.
Did you get the link to that one
I'm not
lady?
going to pull the trigger on that one until I get mine set up, because mine's going to be similar to like the setup that the one he's looking at. So he's going to wait till I get mine put together so I can show him some pictures and videos, and then he's probably going to pull the trigger on that one. But the one he's looking at is like $600.
Actually, I think it was lower.
Well, Jason, I sent you something on Instagram about this lady who's growing bananas in her greenhouse. She's getting bananas in wintertime.
Yeah.
And she's using a wood stove to keep it warm.
God, you'd have to go out there every couple of hours to throw logs in that thing.
I don't know. I didn't watch the full video, but it was relevant to him because he's growing bananas. That's the only reason I mentioned it.
The only thing I can think of that they're using in that greenhouse during the nighttime, so they're not in there 24 hours, is a pellet stove.
No, they actually, the way they built it, they sort of like into the ground, and they used certain panel. She mentions everything she's done to the greenhouse and what it's made out of, and it keeps. She said even the sun. Sometimes in the daytime when the sun's going, she didn't have to use the stove at all because the sun heats it up that much.
Oh, they're probably using a sunken greenhouse with a thermal flooring, which.
Yep, they actually have some foam board at the bottom parts of it too. So she mentions it all in the video. I sent it to the group chat on Instagram. So
if I had the spacing, I would do a greenhouse similar to the way the Amish do it.
But we have a lot of Amish here in Iowa.
And they know how to do. Those are the people you want to talk to about doing greenhouses in the wintertime because they know how to do it. They don't even use heat or electricity to keep them hot.
Which would be better, the Mennonites or the Amish here? Because I got both here.
Either one, honestly.
Yeah, I got to invite them over and do mine next year. That sounds good to me.
Right?
Oh, you're
It's already an hour and a half away.
garden there, Joe. That you would not, you'd be like, and they do it in a couple hours because they just work as big teams and stuff.
Boy, it's easy when you got 50 Amish putting together a freaking barn. Yeah, of course they can do it in like 2 hours.
So here's another one.
Tomato candy.
Tomato candy of the
Forbidden
Forbidden City. Oh, that's a cool one. I wonder what it looks like.
There we go.
Oh, it's a cherry tomato.
Like a cherry tomato?
Yep.
That one looks really juicy.
But the
God,
name,
Jesus, so
I mean, look at that name.
It's probably
I mean-
really sweet.
That's going to be a sweet tomato, too.
it was 8 by 14. The problem is they're sold out.
Yeah, still?
And
They
they're
still
on-
haven't gotten any in
Great
stock?
shoes.
I'm
That's
still
cool.
being
Blue suede
I am
shoes.
still being offered $565.99 for that greenhouse.
Keep that. I
So
told you, keep that in the wish list.
Yeah, it's on my wish list. Yeah, I forgot it's there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Gobstopper. Oh, that's cool.
I'm offered
Someone is a
$200
fan.
less because I am a member of that website. I have an
I
account.
was a Willy Wonka fan for that last one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Standard
those look
sugar
good
sweet.
too.
Yep. I think I got a pack of those somewhere.
Oh, those look so delicious.
Those are essentially basically like grape tomatoes.
I will always grow these. This is
I'm
a
just
very
glad I'm not allergic to tomatoes.
Let's see what's this one here.
Oh shit. What happened? Oh. Whew, but I had a heart attack.
In the
Eat
last
'em.
one in the show,
Just
I
people think you do it. What we get is eat them. Tropical sunset. That's cool. The last tomato I actually grew, I actually made a BLT out of. I only got
glad you grew.
two. I got me a BLT out of it.
One thing I think everybody should always grow is asparagus.
Oh,
Asparagus.
I'm good at
Does,
that.
but I don't.
This guy's been growing it already. This is what his third year.
No, I'm
Wild
on
here in the
year
ditches.
4. I'm on year 4 now. No,
Oh, so you're going to come. You start that. That is what a difference from the store to what you grow.
oh yes.
No,
and
we
it's
grow
so
wild here in the
easy.
ditches here.
Is it wild?
Yeah.
That's New Jersey. It doesn't grow wild at all.
I have lots of asparagus seeds.
So I don't know what I mean. When, one of my exes, my son's mom, we used to go along the gravel roads where we used to live, and they would be along the ditches, just dig it up.
Oh Jesus, Jason.
I
Whoa.
got lots of asparagus seeds.
Lots of Just
Well, here, hey Jason, I got an idea. You got Joe's address. Go send him a handful of those things so he can start growing some asparagus.
Yeah, mine have already sprouted. I got a couple of sprouts already, and I have one that's already
Yeah,
sending
another
up
one,
the flowered shoot already.
I've been growing. I had those in my garden. I can't wait. I got to clear out where all the weeds are because I have a lot of weeds growing where I'm at there because I don't grow in beds. I grow right from the soil.
Yeah, mine's in the soil.
Row where I used to live.
Mine are about 6 feet tall.
And look in the ditches over there.
Oh, some nice ferns.
Seeds are huge.
What a difference when they come out like that and you get to see it like a stream bean. You know, that's what it reminds me, like how easy to eat asparagus right out of the garden. It tastes like a huge stream bean. We're out of a can where it's all soft.
It's like a slimy green bean. It's like a cross between.
I
a
prefer
kiwi
fresh
and green
vegetables
bean.
over cooked most
I
of the
wouldn't
time.
even consider it slimy at all, Cliff, actually.
I
I've
barbecue 'em.
never been a fan of asparagus. I never liked the taste of it. It tastes weird to me.
I never liked the taste either.
Okay, quick question for you, Joe. Do you like cooked spinach or raw?
Cooked.
I like it raw
Mhm.
because it tastes better to me.
There you go. Perfect. Put it in your salad.
My
You know?
wife can eat, that's what she eats is spinach salad.
That's still a lot of berries, Jason. That's
Well, see, you gotta remember, there's between 3 and 7 per berry.
So I'm saying that's a lot of seeds.
Boom.
It is.
It's
And I've
nice
already-
when it
Oh.
falls.
Tiffany's got asparagus growing.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
A plant will live up to 20 years, sometimes longer.
Yeah, you grow 30 to 40 years, really. So if you keep it well prepared, keep on adding compost every year,
Mhm.
definitely. Yeah, definitely grow your asparagus. Peppers, when you guys talking about peppers before, I grew, I can't believe I had that many peppers growing. I had over like 4,000 peppers growing, hot peppers, right? Of 600 varieties. And that's when
hey,
the
Tubby,
deer came.
How's it going, Tuck?
That's when a deer came in and ate everything. I was
I'm
totally
still
devastated.
surprised the deer ate all your peppers that year. Like,
Well, the peppers weren't, they were flowering. They weren't fruiting yet. Some of them were fruiting, but it was very small. It just, I was like, I
Yeah,
can't believe this just happened. I was just getting ready to do the next thing in my garden, more of a fence. And I was like, I just got the fence. I just got the fence. I'm ready to do it. And all of a sudden, they knew it. They knew I was coming in, to put that up. Just, it's a time thing. A lot of stuff to me has to do with time.
that's the problem with deer, though. It doesn't matter. That stuff 3 inches tall, they'll eat that right to the ground, and then your plant is done for. And it's like, well, there was like 45 days wasted.
Yeah, you can't grow again a season with the pepper. You're just
Yeah,
hoping it buds again. You can save the plant for next year, but not enough to grow anything that year.
Only if you had some more seeds for it, because like a lot of we all know, those of us that grow peppers know those seeds they can take up to 45 days to
5
germinate.
days, yes.
And you're sitting there waiting patiently for like a month and a half
Yeah,
to get your seeds going, and then you got some stupid hungry deer when that thing finally pops out the ground, eats that sucker, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, there went like
Well,
half my growing season right out the window.
yeah, we
Now,
get
with
deer here too, just right
with
outside my
pepper
back
seeds,
door.
the pepper seeds, you gotta get the soil to 70 degrees.
Hotter the pepper, the longer it takes. That's the
Just keep it away from your tomatoes, otherwise you're going to have hot tomatoes.
That's the unfortunate side effect of those particular plants because they're all from the same family. You can actually cross pollinate your pepper plants with your tomatoes.
You mentioned that to me. That's the only
Sometimes
reason I
it
know
is
that.
not fun.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah, you do not want to get a Roma tomato that's got the heat level of a habanero.
Unless you
Well,
want to
that'd
make
be an
salsa.
interesting combo, wouldn't it?
Ooh, making a salsa, that would
Salsa.
be a perfect combination.
That would be an interesting salsa.
definitely.
But that would be a medium or a hot salsa, though.
Ooh, habanero and a tomato would probably be medium hot.
It's hot. Habaneros are hot.
No, but
Yeah,
That's
but
super hot.
if it's
Hot.
crossbred with a tomato, say like a Roma or like a sweet tomato,
Mhm.
I think you're going to get kind of
Ooh.
like a medium heat, maybe more of like a, not on the hot side, but like in between hot and a mild.
Oh, a sweet heat would be awesome.
Yeah.
With a tomato.
sounds like a good one for a salsa, though.
That's what I like using my salsa. I love habaneros. It's great for taste.
Ooh.
Habaneros. That's my kind of flavor. That's my favorite. Habanero is actually my favorite pepper.
I think Tiffany needs to create her own.
Tiffany,
channel.
yes, I've actually had a little bit of luck with some Thai chilies. I have.
Remember, a little bit more of an alkaline soil for the peppers to get better heat.
What's the alkaline level? I've been watching people doing a lot of growing, and they've been talking about.
I would probably put it right about a 7.5, 8. But then you're gonna have to give it some kind of organics around it.
That is one of my Thai dragon chilies. I had like 4 plants, but they were too late in the season.
Don't eat that.
We ended up with like 6 peppers.
Don't
But
eat that. And don't watch your face. Don't touch
So
your
so I
eyes.
used my pinky.
I know, but I thought you touched your eyes there when you did that. I go, oh,
Hey. You want to get rid of the sniffles? Put that in your nose.
God, Jason, I've done that before
I know,
on a
I wa-
live stream.
I watched you do it with the
kid you
peppers.
You
not.
might want to wash your hands, Cliff. Just be on the safe
No,
side.
no, you missed it when he ground those peppers that I gave him. He opened it up and he took a sniff, and that's all it took.
Oh yeah, those little tapines. I'm telling you, man,
They're
them
hot.
suckers, little tiny red pepper, literally the same size as the Thai dragon chilies, but round. Packs a punch. Tomato gargamel. Is that tomato gonna want to try to eat Smurfs?
Yep.
That's a big tomato.
So I was looking. This is some other big tomato varieties.
Holy freaking cow!
So I got a lot of
You
stuff to
guys
go
have
through.
no idea the
Hey,
amount of
James.
seed packs Joe has for tomatoes. Hey, James, how's it
James.
going? Good to see you.
No, that's
It's
somebody
funny.
I haven't seen all spring yet. Is Bill?
What's funny is everybody thinks I'm a hot pepper guy, and I am, but my first love is tomatoes.
Yeah, you have the
Certainly so.
occasional hot pepper. Usually, when you do your lives for the giveaways, you have some. But like, I've known you for years now, and it's 90% of what you have is tomatoes.
Yep. It's I thought it was fun doing a pierogi. I needed some content my Tuesday nights. So I'm like, you know what? I want some pierogies. I don't have to eat the wife's food. I got my pierogies. And I'm like,
if you ever do
hey.
a BLT challenge, I would be so down for that. If someone had to grow their tomatoes for that.
yeah, BL, that's so true.
red lettuce and mud.
Okay, guys, listen, I got to get going here. I need to finish some. I got to
Right.
get growing my seeds here. Still got so many more to.
Thank you for the advice, Joe. I really appreciate it.
I still got to figure out. Like, I'm still got to figure out where these go.
One
You
package
already
at
got
a
them in a
time.
good spot in a big old bucket. You're one step ahead of us.
Now, Joe, what time are you starting now on Sundays?
Sundays at 5:15.
By 5:15. Okay.
So I'll have that interview with the Navy SEAL tomorrow at 5:15.
That's like 3 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And Saturdays I'm at noon Eastern Standard Time.
I'm at
So
work.
that's on noon is on Grow Big TV. Sundays I'm on Garden State Gardener. And I'm gonna try go sometime live during a week if I have if it's raining outside or I have a little time, I'll go in the afternoon around 11 in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, my days off are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So
I got Wednesdays and Thursdays, but he goes live Wednesday, he goes live Thursday, I go live Saturday every week like clockwork. So if you ever got time, Joe, pop on. Love
yep.
to have you.
More
up
than
as always.
welcome.
No, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate
Not
it.
a problem.
No
And
troubles.
take care, everyone in chat. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right,
Thank
be
you,
well,
guys.
be safe,
Take
Joe,
care.
and happy gardening.
Take care.
Take care, brother. Always a pleasure having Joe up here. He's a fun guy.
And we got someone new in the chat. We can, you guys can, give her tons of advice on and everything with Tiffany.
Daniel says hi.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Daniel.
No, that's cool that she's in here with you guys. You guys are some of the best gardeners I know. So
Yeah, when it comes to peppers, myself, this guy down here can help out a little bit.
Yeah.
I know there's some other pepper gurus that are way better at growing peppers, but
But you don't
my
eat
hand in
a
there
lot of
by
you
little.
don't eat a lot of really hot peppers on
Yeah,
average. Though
My specialty is turf, though.
you're what?
My
Turf.
specialty is turf, grass.
Oh. Mine is just random stuff that I had just figured. Why not see if I plant it, see what happens.
Which is funny because Jason's yard's grass looks like crap.
It does. I need to get a mower, and I can't afford one right now.
Not even a used one.
You need an aerator, is what you need.
Oh no, we're sand. I don't need an aerator. I need a desatcher.
Yeah, you can grow weeds.
Oh yeah.
We sent some grass seed down through the.
The
through the
devil's
mail.
lettuce is a lot more complicated to grow than a tomato.
It's also
Yeah.
more illegal depending on where you're at.
Depends on your location. Most states, because they legalized a lot of it, even
You need a
without a
license,
permit,
though.
you can have up to 3 plants.
Yeah, but you still need a license.
No,
Well, here in Iowa, you do. We're weird. We got someone in power that's just.
because of a lot of legal clauses, majority of the states that have that legalized, even if you don't have a license, without a license, you can have, I think it's up to 3 plants at about, I think, 3 foot tall. But if you want to distribute or grow more, then you have to have a license.
Now, they just made a thing for the monarch butterfly that you cannot touch a milkweed.
I have them growing in my yard.
Yeah, growing your own marijuana in Iowa is not allowed. Even with a medical marijuana card, you can't.
Wow.
Like I said, we have some people in power that shouldn't be, but they are.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
certain. I shouldn't say this.
Oh, hey, I didn't know you were still here, Rob.
As a doctor, I'm not advocating this, but milkweed does have benefits.
yeah, milkweed's also toxic to humans.
So is most things with white sap.
I bet those
That's true.
that tomato seed thing was really good for Rob because he's the chef.
But Daniel and Tiffany, much appreciated.
Yep. Thank you for coming, Daniel. I think it's Daniel
Thank
now.
you.
I think.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in the
It's both of them.
need for gardening, there's also my channel again Saturdays, this guy's channel on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Depending on
on my channel on Thursday, so you either want to you got 2 days straight,
You know,
then
you
skip
also-
a day, then Saturday.
Acorn. Like I said, I'm surprised Shawnee didn't pop in.
She probably will later.
She might be live actually.
Well, Shawnee usually pops in late, doesn't she?
You know what? But she usually goes on kind of late.
Ooh, Tyler just did it. Freaking, I'll have to check that one out. Well, no, I missed hers yesterday. I was only on there for like 30, 40 minutes because I wasn't. By the time I got on, I figured all the lives were over, and I was like, I popped on, and I was like, still 2 going. I was like, wait, what?
Yep, no, like I said, she's usually.
I haven't
on
seen
pretty
a
late for me.
lot of the Mallory's lately have been in French, which I can't understand.
Yes.
Mallory actually hasn't posted anything in a while. The last one I remember her posting was when she went ice. That was when she was actually popped up on my live.
She has a French channel that she does, and she posts more on that side.
Yeah, oh god, I have it somewhere.
Yeah, I followed that one too, but like I said, I can't understand it because it's in French.
I just watch it for the content, regardless of whether or not I can understand it.
I wish I did though. I can't hear it speaking, but if I could read it, it'd be easier. Because I know something.
You can. She has it set for subtitles.
Yeah, that's how I usually get it sometimes.
It's Malo a la Ferme.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, the last one she posted was about a month ago,
Yep, I saw that.
and that's the one
Oh,
where she went ice
right.
fishing.
Dan did a video too, folks. Herbert T. did a video today too, folks. Don't forget to go check that out.
Yes.
It's a throwback to our first
We did from like
together.
4 years. Was that 4 years ago?
I'm not even sure how long it's been.
Because that was 2022. 3 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago. It was up at Yellow River.
Yep.
And that's a
Like, one of
beautiful
y'all got
place.
stung by a freaking mud dauber.
No, that was I can't remember what year that was. That was Tyler's fault. I got stung. My knee is healing. It's sore. It was sore really good today, but right now it's pretty good.
Yeah, 4 years ago. That's what I figured about 3-4 years ago.
Hey guys, I got 10 minutes.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
I still got a good amount of beverage, so I'll probably go till maybe 30 after or maybe 45 after. I don't know. It's been a good night.
Depends on who pops in and starts
Yeah, it has.
talking to you, Cliff.
I finally got to
Sometimes
meet
you get on
Joe.
a rant, you get going.
We've had good topics. We've more or less stayed on track. Speaking of which, I should have done this earlier. So I said at the beginning that I had some stuff. I have my usual package. So
I thought it was when you were looking for people. I thought that was for, and then nothing happened. I go, what?
yeah, well, we all got sidetracked because the chat kind of sort of took off.
Well, it was nice that Joe was here, though.
All right, so let's get this guy underway.
Is that another Grim?
Don't cut yourself.
Yep. Oh, I already got it. This thing is stupid sharp. I've never.
No,
shot
I'm talking about what was in the bag. You
You
already
cut
know what's
yourself
in the
before.
bag.
Ooh,
I think this
okay.
is like my third or fourth one of these fishing hook dog tags that I've got.
Now, have you ever done a video? Oh, I'm on the wrong person. Oh, there you go.
No, I have not. I haven't had it. I don't go fishing anymore because I just don't have the time.
I bet if you said something to Jason, he'd do some fishing with those.
I gotta send some of these to Tyler, make him do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'd definitely do it.
I think this is like
that's
my
Tyler do it.
third one of these that I've gotten is the lockpick shim kit.
Is that replacing the ones that got stolen or no?
No, this was not one of the ones that I lost or the ones that I had were fishing set. I have
Okay.
the how to set up a lean-to or suspended frame.
That's
Anybody
a
that
cool
watches
little design.
Corporal's Corner or Dave Canterbury, you'll learn how to do this. It's way better than these stupid cards. Well, not that the cards are stupid. These are actually very informative.
How many of those cards do you have? I know that they were numbered.
God, I've been doing this is like my fourth or fifth year I've been doing this stuff. So
No,
I've
no, I
got
was just wondering how many of those.
Hey, if you want to see salmon
cards.
fishing, go check out James.
if he's got it. And then this one is the DIY spears and blah blah blah. I don't know why I didn't want to focus.
James said, send one to James. He could probably used to do some on his channel, fishing channel.
Yeah, I see Daniel and his lovely wife are going to be going fishing next weekend. I wonder if they're heading up to, maybe the Upper Salt River.
Oh yeah, Dan, I've got tons of these things. I've got this version. I've got the dog tag. I've got like 2 or 3 dog tag versions. I think this is like my second or third one of these.
I think he was talking about your fishing ones.
No, Dan's talking about lockpick cards.
No, James was asking if you send him one of those fishing ones, he'd use it in one of his videos.
Yeah, I gotta find them all. I've got these things all over the place. I just at this point in time, I just more or less collect them because you never really know when you might need one, but I always have them.
Daniel and Tiff are going to Bartlett Lake, Jason.
It's- And as always, you get one of these things.
That's
Which-
for footage, right?
If you save about 4 or 5 months worth of these things, throw some spray glue on there and just stack them. Because of the way this thing is designed, you can actually. And by the way, these two actually have. This was not punched out, but normally, there's a little hole on one side. You can tie a line to it, and then just basically like photograph.
That's cool.
You get one of these every time you buy.
You well, Took. Thank you for coming. His battery's died.
Every month. All right, later, Tuck. Have a good one, man.
Later,
Thanks for
Tuck.
stopping by. So yeah, if you save like a couple of these, glue them all together, and you'll have a little bit of a thicker cordage wrap that's not going to bend or flex on you.
I haven't been able to walk enough to really go fishing.
So
That's
that was
about-
that one, and then
Last place I went to, they were burning, so there's no way I could even got close to the shore.
had a few other things. Came into possession of one of these.
Oh, what brand? I
My
can't
thing
read
will
it.
focus over here.
It's really fuzzy.
Trying to focus it. There we go.
What's it say? I can't even read that. Ready hour?
Ready hour.
Yeah.
So
I heard of them. I've never gotten anything from there.
they are doing a promo, or at least the last time I checked, they were doing a promo for $180. They were doing a 2-week food supply, and essentially this was a part of it was a free item. So you basically got the 2 weeks food supply, and then you got the AM/FM emergency radio for like basically for free. So this thing's like $40 just for this itself.
So
Comes with a flashlight that is it's an adjustable flashlight.
Cool.
That thing's annoying, by the way. That
What is
flash, a red flasher,
All right.
comes with solar charger,
I was going to ask
which
you about
turns
that.
into a 4-watt reading lamp.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It, like I said, it does have the light. Hand crank on the back for charge. That's a storage for AAA batteries, so it does have the option for alkaline. It does come with one 18650. I already checked it. Does
Yes.
have your AM, FM, your NOAA, or weather band. Oops, I'm sorry, that's upside down.
That's
So-
cool.
There's your AM, FM, your weather band. There's your standard Leon battery, which is the 18650, and then it goes to a AAA. This thing has on the
You're going
bottom.
fuzzy, Cliff.
What?
You're going fuzzy there for a second.
I know, but this has on the bottom. So you've got standard mode, which is in the middle. The ability to charge your phone, which will be off of this port here, which has both USB and USB micro.
I see that. That's cool.
And then this thing has the SOS on it.
Yeah.
You flip that thing to SOS, and that will scare the crap out of you.
It's loud.
It's very loud.
Good to know.
I would do it on here, but it will whitewash the sound on here, and I don't want to kill everybody.
How's that compared to the ones that you and I normally have?
It actually works pretty well, because the funny thing is there's the antenna. So the antenna does
It's
pull
built
out,
in. Oh, that's even better than the other ones that we usually get.
and it does adjust. So you have your adjustable antenna, and then it just fits.
I like that feature. I do.
Yeah. I like it too because you don't have to worry about your antenna breaking off.
That's
what I
also
would-
a lot bigger hand crank too.
How big does the crank look? How's it sound? I'm
Looks
sorry.
like
It's a weird pitch. The weird angle that sits at makes it for a very awkward.
Can I hear it crank? It's not too bad.
It's your standard, crank radio thing. It's going to sound whatever.
Well, you know what mine looks like, my big one. So
Yeah, I got the Eaton version.
I got the big Eaton, the old school.
Ooh, mine actually. So here's the.
Oh, that's good
The
sound.
speakers.
Oh, dang it, wrong
I
one.
want to hear the NOAA weather radio.
I still think you should put a weather station up there, Jason.
That's last on my list to purchase.
Temperature 58.
There you go.
Fair. Temperature 48.
Nice and
El
clear.
Paso, fair. Temperature 52.
And that's without the antenna being up too, so
Cloudy.
that's pretty good.
Temperature 48.
Yeah, antenna's still sitting inside.
Macomb, fair. 35 degrees.
It's not crackly like some of them have.
38 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad for the price. I mean, I actually thought that. I kind of like the color, and it's got that rubbery texture.
I think you got that
You get on
wrong
a lot
there,
of things.
Dan. I don't think 1,000 cranks is
He's
not 5
messing
seconds.
with you.
1,000 cranks. It's I think it was I think they said 5 minutes of crank time gives you like a minute of active radio. But again, that's what the solar charger's for. You just leave that out in the sun and you're good to go.
Oh,
On that battery that you said you looked at, is that a good style kind of battery, or is
Yeah.
that just a generic version?
18650 is actually a pretty good size. It's a
Oh,
2000.
I was talking about brand. Is there a brand, or is that all the same kind?
It's just ready hour. It's whatever the proprietary 18650 is that they use, but that one's a 2000 milliamp battery, so it's 2 amp hours.
Okay, you know about those batteries better than I do.
All right,
So, but I
good night,
just
Cecilia. Have a good one.
Guys,
Nice,
Cecilia.
Cecilia.
So
Yeah, what's weird is I actually had somebody come in the store looking for 18650s.
How much do those usually run?
About
$20 a piece.
$20 for 2 of them at Batteries Plus.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Now, if you got a full charge in there, and you can charge your phone without cranking it or anything, right?
You'd be able to charge your phone maybe once, depending on the battery your phone has. You might only get about 3/4 of a charge on there, but
Well, that's enough for you to at least get help if you need it.
think of it this way though: if you have your phone plugged into this while it's sitting in the sun, your phone's going to get fully charged, and this is going to trickle charge while it's at it.
Now, with a solar panel trickle charge,
That's the thing. When you leave the unit itself in the sun while you're plugged in to charge, it will charge your phone and it'll trickle charge the main battery.
well, it'll probably take all day though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good. I've never seen anybody actually use that to actually charge their phone via the solar panel. Because generally, when I see those solar panels, I just
As always, comes with a charge cable.
Oh, by the way, guys, it's 10
Are you out?
10:01. I'm done for the evening. I got to do a couple things and go to bed.
And then this is what it comes with.
I've been looking at those, Cliff, but I just could never afford them.
Yeah. All right, guys, don't forget to get out there, have fun, and slap a rat.
All right, take care, Jason. Have a good one. Good night, Molly.
Everybody.
Love you guys. Bye, Molly.
And that was actually the last of the things I had to showcase for the night. So
What's in the radio hour bucket? I'm curious on that one. 'Cause
so on that one, let me do the easy way. I'll just throw the link in the chat.
Oh, okay. Night, Tiffany. Night, Daniel.
Night, Tiff. Night, Daniel. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Any more gardening questions, we'll be more than happy to answer throughout the week.
And I'll answer everything else from Daniel that I can answer. I have some questions for him about knives anyway. Because he mentioned something about a camp knife, and I am trying to figure out what the heck. I've seen the term, but I don't know what a camp knife is.
A what?
A camp knife. Apparently, it's
Oh,
a
that's
style.
usually like your small, like little knives like this that you use as like a task knife. Usually for like cutting food or whatnot.
I mean, I thought they were a little thicker because I've seen them on.
No, your camp knives are usually fairly thin. That's going to be kind of similar to like your Opinels, like the number 7.
I've been looking at Opinels, but I wasn't sure about buying one of those. So I've heard they're good, but I don't know much about them.
Okay, I'm way too far. Where did I see that?
It's about camp knives, Daniel. I will talk to you later, okay? We'll discuss it on my channel on Tuesday if you're there.
All right, let me see if I can. Jesus. I'm trying to find the original.
Because, I'm looking at the ones, the only thing I know about camp knives I've seen on Fortune Fire, where people design camp knives, and that's all I know. And that doesn't tell me much.
Anything can be considered a camp knife.
I know. Every time I look for it online,
extent.
it comes up like a lot of Moras and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, a Mora can be considered a camp knife because it's not, you're going to be. A camp knife is anything that's not considered like a bushcraft knife. So anything that you're going to do like heavy
I get a lot of
tasks
crossover.
with.
Bushcraft and camp knives are pretty much the same thing from what I gathered.
Yes and no.
Well, like I said, I typed in camp knife and both of them came up. So I'm not a knife guy. Ian's the knife guy. He literally has probably about 50 knives.
I actually have no idea where that email was for the. Was this it? Oh, that's my other one. Okay, so here's a different one. This is for the 4-week. I'm getting closer to the 2-week one. Give me a sec. It just takes me a minute. I've got so many freaking emails. It's not even funny.
Okay. Good to know, James. Thank you. But like I said, every time I type in the word camp knife, every different result, there's not one style of camp knife. That's just a camp knife. Yet they talk about it a lot on like Fortune Fire, which I always thought that was a style from all those things I've seen. So a lot of things come out of that show. A lot of camp knives in style.
Where is that at? Yeah, I'm still trying to find it. There we go. All right. Finally found it. So give me a second to.
Yep. I've got several friends who've been on that show.
No, it's actually 127 now for that
Hey, sis, how you doing?
instead of the 175. So let me.
Guess who just came in?
Hi, Nicole. The minute I heard you say sis, I already knew who it was.
Oh yeah, I've got several Moras.
All right.
5.
That should be the link for that right there. Should give you the information as to what is in the packet for those of you who are curious to know what came in my survival bucket. That'll give you the breakdown of everything in it. Thankfully, none of the stuff that's in there has mushrooms in it.
Oh, good. Because I mean, like everybody and their grandmother thinks mushrooms should be in everything, which makes no sense to me.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with nothing wrong with a Mora knife, man. Moras. I mean, some people think they're crappy knives, but personally, I've never had an issue with. I've snapped the tip off one, and this thing's still sharp as heck.
I mean, if you watch Tyler's new video that he did, and that he mentions that Dan in,
I've been at work
he's
all day.
using more in that one.
I got
I'm
home
allergic to
30 minutes
mushrooms.
before I
Let's
had
be
to be on
real.
live.
Daniel, I'm allergic. I'm definitely allergic to mushrooms. So that's
We
why I
love
do.
mushrooms. No thanks. Give me a second, folks.
Oh, Nicole wants to come up. But I'm allergic, James. I can't. I can do it once. That's about all I can tell you.
He can probably do it twice.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Nope, Nicole's going to show us something dirty.
Probably. That means no chaga, nothing like that, folks. I'm also allergic to penicillin, so it's along the same lines. Oh, you don't have to be apologized. I mean, I understand completely.
Oh, I hit enter on that. Oh, yeah, Lion's Mane would wipe him out. Ooh. I guess unlucky for me then, right, Grace?
I actually went and watched it while you were live was going, Cliff. So he was doing both. But he was using a Mora when he was making his thing. Hey, sis.
Hey, y'all. Hi.
Hey, little one.
Got Teeny Knives as well. Ooh, everybody's popping up tonight.
Look,
How you
his
doing, Daniel?
grandson. Mm. And behind me is the granddaughter. Grandson.
Hi. Hey, little one.
Say hi. Look, you're on TV. Say hi.
Hey, kiddos.
This is what's keeping my life busy lately, y'all.
Mine's much bigger. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Not a happy camper right now.
You should see mine now, Nicole. Ian
I
is
couldn't
huge.
wait to see. Turn it down. I'm trying to find the remote to turn one of these volumes down.
Hey, Ian.
So she's waving, say hi.
How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Good, how you doing?
I need somebody
Yes, friend.
stand right here. You don't have to say anything. Just stand right here. Folks, this is what Ian looks like now.
How you doing?
Nicole?
You look the same as you did last
Show
week.
me.
Nicole?
Where is he?
Nicole?
All I hear is
Oh my
kiddos.
goodness.
This is my
You're like a
son.
full-grown human now.
Yeah, he's huge.
My goodness.
He looks me in the eye now. He's awesome, though.
Yes, like you grew tremendously.
Yep.
You were like just a little kid last time I remember seeing you. Now you're up there with face hair.
Oh, he's got face hair and he's got hair as long as mine. But he's still like this big around.
So
I believe it.
By the way, Daniel, the kid you just saw is the knife kid. He collects knives like crazy.
Yes, he collects everything from what I remember.
tell him to draw me one, and I'll make it and I'll send it to him.
Hey, bud, Daniel has a thing to tell you. No, you got to talk to him, not me. Come here.
Come here, talk to us. We don't bite.
It's a
I
knife
do,
question, bud.
depending on
He's
how
got a
hungry I
question.
am.
Well, only if you ask most of the time.
Tell him again, Daniel.
Draw me a knife. I'll make it to you. Make it your way, and I'll send it.
Okay.
To you. It's
Awesome.
your own knife. Like no one else is gonna get it.
Okay.
It's your design, but you need to get your drawing to me.
Yeah, get it to me, and I'll send it to him, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
We got you. I don't know how
Yeah.
long it's going to be.
Y'all hear that?
Get it.
Send him in your drawings, and he will make you the knife of your choice.
Yeah, no, it's his knife. It's not his choice. It's gonna be his.
His design.
Yeah, and like everybody,
Right.
like we're all talking about designs. Like, you brought up the thing, like the grinds of knives. What everybody likes. Like earlier, my thing is you can have a camp knife that can do everything. You can have an EDC that can do everything. It's everybody's personal perspective on what that knife is.
Right.
Like I can make
It's beautiful.
That's why I get confused when people mention the word camp knife. And every time I try to look up a standardized camp knife, there isn't one.
Yeah, there isn't gonna be one.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll
Like
talk more about that on my channel on Tuesday, though, because this is this is Cliff's life.
and like, hey, invite me on that because I do a whole bunch of like people in England. They like Scandi grinds, and it's like
I like that, Cliff.
like they use it as a multi-tool. Like, yup.
In a lot of circuits, this is considered a camp knife because, again, a camp knife you're going to use mostly for camp chores. Cutting your vegetables, cutting your steaks, cutting
Small but
for your
efficient.
dinners.
Yeah, but that's not splitting. That's not splitting sticks. That's not that. Like,
Well, no, that you have a different knife.
Well,
for
no,
that.
you
This
need
is your-
something bigger and heavier
this
for
is your
that.
food
That
knife.
is just
yeah, but like a whole traditional knife to do all of that should be allowed to be one knife.
Yeah, which for the most part, a lot of people just use the Moros because, for 20, 30 bucks, you're going to get a Moro that can do pretty much anything you need with it, with the Scandi grind that it has. Depending on the version of steel you have, you can get a little bit more done with it.
Well, this is a Coast knife that Tyler Wood gave me, and it's that's the steel.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
CRMOV.
That's
yeah.
one style.
That can be considered a camp knife. It would fall. That would fall under the category of a camp knife.
And this is the one my daughter got me
Sure would.
from a Yellowstone, and it's a different style, as you can see.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
would.
camp
We'll
knife.
take 'em.
See that's
I
funny because that's a
I've used this
Scandi
one a
to
lot.
flat
This one's
grind.
been battered quite a bit.
But yeah,
I
that
like
that one right there would fall under the category of a camp knife as well.
This is my main one I normally carry. But then I put my Moros, and I got another Alyssa now as well.
No.
Like I'm not against everybody else's decision on what a camp knife is. I'm building
Come here.
a camp knife where it works for everybody.
Right. That's a cool idea. I mean,
You know what I mean? Like
No, we
it's
can't
not
put that
gonna
on
be
camera.
it's not gonna be 14 inches long. It's not gonna be 8
Like-
inches
like this.
long. Yeah. But you can bash the living bejesus out of it and still cut an onion at the same time.
Oh, that would be the what is the Jakari Puko?
I wanted to get a Puko, but I don't have one.
That's one of those knives that you can do pretty much everything with. It's like I think it's a 6 or 8 inch knife.
Yeah,
Usually
no.
about $30. Super, super robust. Use it to cut a steak or, frick it, cut down a tree.
Right.
So, like, if I made a knife and I sent it to you, are you still gonna like, honest to God, are you just gonna go to Walmart and buy a knife that you can like obliviate and just say, "Hey, it worked today," and you go a month later to go camping, and yet that knife doesn't do the same thing? Like, I want everybody to beat the shit out of my knives. And because the reason why I say that is because I make them and I beat the shit out of it.
Right there. There's mine. This is my carbon steel. You can tell that thing has been through the ringer.
This is one of my Moros that I usually carry with my bag every day. I also have a Puko that I carry too, but this one here, it's scratched up. It's battered on the back where I had to do the thing for the ferro rod. I actually had to file this down to get a 90-degree spine on it, unfortunately.
I did the same thing on mine. I stuck it in a vise and tagged it with the with a bastard file. Got a nice.
That's what I had to do with mine because
But
I didn't have a 90-degree spine on it.
I cut logs. Since this one's the carbon steel one, this one has the the nice little patina on there. I'm gonna tell you right now, adding that to your steak is not gonna kill you.
No, this one here is my carbon.
No, not at all.
This is my carbon.
I help you maneuver it the way you want to.
Yeah, I've got mine's a little. I need to clean mine up.
Because I like the grip.
Do you guys not understand there's something there's like a personal knife and then there's something you can buy from the store?
Okay.
I actually got this in a battle box years ago when I was subscribed to them, but my personal knives.
Okay, Daniel, this is my my friend Adam who was on Forge and Fire. Made this
Daniel seemed a little hard to impress with these knives here.
It's been battered and brewed. Ian put the handle on it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
That's like a fillet knife. That's like you catch a fish and you're like.
He's beat the crap out of this knife.
No,
yeah.
It was left in a hailstorm.
He was left outside in the hailstorm. He dropped it and he found it afterwards.
My current personal knife is the Free K2 from Leatherman. I actually like this knife. It's a pretty good blade on there.
How much did that cost you?
This was like $65.
Okay.
I have to pull it out. It's in my car, but the knife Colin gave me with the ferro rod, I still love to this day. It works amazing.
I got you a decent knife.
Yeah,
you did.
If I'm building you your custom knife with a leather teeth that's for you, is $60 too much?
No.
That'd be
not at all.
Not at all.
Crafted knife.
That would be, to me, that would be on the cheaper side, but to me, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, for a crafted custom knife.
Hey, you and I already have our conversation about that whole thing.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do is like, I'm going to make it's an EDC. It's not like everybody's like situation knife. It's $60 leather.
That was like a good one. I like the sharpness of that.
Perfect.
Very efficient.
You know what I mean? But I'm not just gonna make. My whole thing is I want to make it so it's a chef knife and an EDC. Like you can smack the shit out of it. Sorry.
That's fine. On my channel. But I want something I can know. If I need to skin a squirrel with it, I will do that. If I need to clean a rabbit, whatever.
Yeah. No. Like it's gonna be able to do everything.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, like Ozark Woodsman's and Stories and me have been like working on a knife
That's
together.
a good one too, Cliff.
Huh?
That's a good one too.
Oh, this thing is a monster. Like
I see it's got the ferro rod notch too.
Yeah,
Right?
it's.
The only thing I don't like is I hate serrations.
There's no
Either
serrations
do I.
on this.
Either do I.
I hate serrations.
Here's the thing about serrations. The only thing they work on is on skin.
Yeah, I don't really need.
Yeah, they're good for cutting rope, but at the same time, a lot of the times, most knives don't need serration. If the blade edge is sharp enough, you don't need the serration. The serration is really there for if you're cutting through like steak.
Oh man.
I have a knife, like right now, I can sit in this fire, pull out, let it cool, and it'll cut whatever. Like it's a dumb, in my eyes, it's a dumb design, but it works.
Right.
Now, this thing is stupid sharp. I've touched a blade and almost cut myself.
Yeah.
And it came that way.
And like the knife I'm talking about isn't even done yet. Like this was a conversation between me and Ozark Woodsman, and he's like, "Hey, I want to do it this way," and I was like, "I really don't understand it," but now I understand what he was talking about because it's his way, and this SOB is like that knife is. Yep. To make it like my biggest problem is making a sheath for it. It's not making the knife; it's the sheath.
Yeah. This one's a weird one. So this one is, this one was a BattleBox affiliated technically knife. It's
Yeah, it's Jason. It's a Jason Knight design from Forged in Fire.
I think it was a knockoff of whatever there's a buffalo on it, and I can't remember the name that they called us under, but
yeah.
So this one's a weird one. This one's actually considered a survival knife.
How are you surviving with that? There's no rope on it. There's no nothing.
So this little tab right here, that's actually an Allen wrench that you can take the handle off, the handle scales. And there's a couple of spear tips in here and a like little mini fishing kit.
So the little survival kit on the inside.
So it's considered a survival knife, but
I'm not making survival knives.
I understand.
Oh, no, you're making an everyday carry thing.
This one is Lord and Sons is the name of the company.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So
like
that
a
didn't
BattleBox
come.
affiliate.
Yeah, BattleBox, and there's another company, Jason Knight from Forged in Fire. Like he ended up being a judge. Like he makes all the knives for all those people.
Yeah.
Like the Hummingbird, which is the most popular, like in your pocket straight blade knife ever. Like it's badass. Like I'm not taking anything from him. It's just he used him being a judge on there to make in millions of dollars.
Oh. Daniel, this is another one of those knives I collect. This is another Mora. It's a Light My Fire one. This one here, I only got this one because
is that the flat back Mora? Is that what it's called?
This was this is a freaking skinny thing.
Yeah.
And the reason I got it because I knew that Light My Fire and Mora stopped making these anymore. When I bought it, it was a rare thing.
Yeah.
The fact that it's got the built-in ferro rod too, but this is more of a gimmick for me than an actual survival knife or anything like that.
Yeah.
It is, but isn't, because I mean, at the same time, you still got the standard Mora craftsmanship behind it, even though it's kind of a weird one.
Yeah, this one's stainless.
Yeah, the whole thing, you can go and get the Bear Grylls stuff from Walmart, and none of it works.
Oh no,
I don't
I
like Bear
hate
Grylls.
the Bear Grill stuff. I'm
I don't like
sorry.
Bear Grylls at all.
I know, but like you said, gimmick. Bear Grylls is the gimmick of stuff at Walmart. Like, I'm not saying all of it doesn't work. I'm saying
Oh, sorry.
more of it doesn't work than
Yeah, but I don't trust anything he has his name on.
If a lot of it, I feel a lot of the Bear Grylls stuff is way overhyped than it is. I have a small like BG survival kit that comes with a little bit of cordage. It comes with like I kid you not, like some Chinese knockoff third party folder, like jankiest multi tool I've ever seen, and some other stuff. The only thing that's useful in that is the flint wheel that it comes with, the like 2 fire starters, and a little bit of the cordage.
yeah, like you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, like I don't care. Like you guys want, like you want them more, or like you both like the more knives. I get it. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you one of my knives.
Yeah, we haven't been. I haven't really experienced much other than.
Don't send me anything. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. Just don't send me nothing, because I do not do bushcraft tasks. I do not do camp tasks. I have not managed
No,
to
but
camp in over 200
it's the
days.
fact that, but you're like, I want you to understand that I stand behind my stuff, and I'm gonna send it to you. If you hate it, you completely hate it. I want you to tell me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. Like this.
That's how you get better.
Like this knife
Oh,
sucks.
we lost Nicole. I'm sorry, Nicole. Okay.
Yeah, see, I'm like up there, so I don't know if anybody else here remembers PM 101.
I remember hearing the name. I don't remember seeing.
Yeah, Chris
watching.
Tanner, aka Prepared Mind 101. He's got a
Oh,
secondary
that one.
channel.
Yeah, I know him better as that. Yeah.
Like when it comes to knives, I'm like up there with him. I don't have a lot of the like Jesmuk knives that he has, or some of those like knives, but I have so many freaking knives. I don't know what to do with half of them.
He used to get battle boxes all the time.
He was getting battle box until they cut him off, because he was doing the same thing that Luke was doing.
Just reviewing them.
Telling it straight, so they just were like, nope, we're done with you. Battlebox legitimately cut off Luke.
Like, I don't care. Like, I send you a knife, you beat the bejesus out of it, and you straight tell me, yep, that thing sucked. He should do this, this, and this. And I listen, and I'm gonna make it better. Like, I can't make everybody's knives perfect.
Oh, don't
No,
expect
you
me
never
to.
can.
We want to see it your way. Here's the thing. I'm going to show you something. Okay, this, like I said, this is the
2-minute
Mora.
warning, folks.
This is the Mora that I have. Now, this is the Flista I was telling you about. I like the way it drops this way.
Yeah.
It's not like the Mora at all. It doesn't go pointy like the Mora.
Like a cross between a drop point and a Tanto.
Yeah, it's not a Tanto. I hate those, but I do like
that like in my world, like the one you're talking about right now, and you're showing me, is more of a camp knife.
I just got this one from Cornfed. This is a Flissa, but it's still. I believe that's a Scandi grind. I believe.
Yeah,
that's a
Scandi. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a Scandi.
And I said this is one of the ones I.
It's either a Scandi or a hollow. But like without being there, I can't tell you.
What
with the profile of the blade, it looks more like a Scandi.
It's a Scandi.
Oh yeah, that's a Scandi. It's not. Yeah.
No, the other one I showed you, the Coast knife, that was a very hollow grind, but it comes with a leather looking sheath.
See, that's how this one is. It looks like a Scandi, but it drops from a Scandi to a hollow point.
But that one like this, I like that. I like the way the blade shaped on that.
Light beveled edge right on the last like 2 millimeters of the blade edge. So it looks like a Scandi from afar, but then goes like that hollow grind
I seen that. Yeah.
or flat grind.
The back of my blades, like towards the handle, it's the same grind. It's gonna be like chef's grind. Some people try to say
Like a chopper?
It's even the same with the Leatherman. The Leatherman has that like false Scandi to flat grind.
Would you? I didn't like. You said something. It was like from the back of my knives. It's gonna be thicker and like. In other words, you can like the whole like if it's 7 inches like
slide down the blade.
yeah, it's like it's a chef's knife basically, but it's an everyday carry. Like you can beat the bejesus out of it. Yet you can you use the tip of it and you're gonna cut an onion.
That's cool. Now, if you
You know
cut
what I
a
mean? Like,
tomato, even better. That's to me. This one here is a D2 steel.
yeah,
like even Daniel said, yeah, that would be like he considers if he considers that a camp knife, then yes, I would have to agree with that. That's
I like
what we
this. I
consider
like
a
this
typical camp
style.
knife.
I like the style, the shape, overall shape. That I would love to see what he can come up with. I would
yeah,
too. So,
you gotta get into coming.
so you're not out any money or anybody else or anything like that.
Yeah, no, like I'm trying to do like everything, like
You don't have to be everything. Just be yourself.
no, like EDC wise knife.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I want it so you can use like something with a hollow ground. You're not gonna be able to cut an onion with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want to put all that all in one knife. Yeah, the back side of it is a little bit fatter. You know, like you smack that into a piece of stick and you
Yeah. Like
you know,
this one here will be able to handle that. Not this one though. This
yeah,
one's too skinny.
yeah.
But I
Like
that. Yeah, that sounds cool. I like it.
the one that I just made for Woodsman, like that's a miniature version of like he wants a skinning knife. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said like I want to talk to the people. Like I want to make a knife for someone. It's still going to be the same price. Like I want to know what they want it for. Like they want to like, oh, I want a bat wood. You know, like make feather sticks with. Okay, well I can make the tip thinner so it's that direction. But I can make the spine so you can like split little logs with. And that's like what people don't understand is like they buy a knife because of the design, but the design isn't for them. I'm designing it for them.
Not everybody does that. That's cool.
Yeah, for the same price that people paid. They go and look and they buy a knife that they don't like. I'm gonna make them the knife they like. Like that's my whole thing. Is
mine's like a conglomeration of different knives that I own already, and this last one has got the overall shape that I like because of the size and the thickness and stuff like that. I like it being beefy. That's the big thing because I like it to be able to handle being punished.
Yeah,
because I'll be taking it backpacking and fishing and hunting and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like I want to be able to take. Okay, you said you want to take it from fishing to hunting, so you want it to be able to basically fillet a fish, and then you want to take it to skinning whatever you're hunting.
Right.
Oh, I have.
You know what I mean? Like,
Where in the heck did those go?
if someone designed, like, if in my mind, like, now what's in my mind, and that's where it's going to go, like, I'm going to make it, you said fishing, hunting, I'm going to put all those aspects
I don't know how
together.
to fillet, though. That's the only issue, though, Daniel. I don't know how to fillet.
Well, no, like, but I'm going to put all that together, and that's like, you may not know how to do it, but you can learn. We all can.
Somewhere along the lines, I have the handle part that actually goes to this. So this is both considered a fillet and or skinning blade.
That's a gut hook blade.
No, the hook actually locks into the top of the blade handle.
Yeah.
So that there's no edge on it. There's no sharp point.
Oh, it looks like a gut hook, though.
It looks like a gut hook, but essentially you're just that little piece locks into the part that flips out on the blade.
Oh, okay.
So this is considered a hunting skinning knife that this thing actually goes into. I have no idea where I put the knife. It's somewhere in my room.
Well, this is the one I used to clean a
green
squirrel with
handle.
last.
Like that just like if the whole knife isn't together all at one time, that seems like a problem to me.
No, that's actually a spare blade.
The replaceable. The blades are replaceable, Daniel.
So
okay, my bad. I'm like that to me that's like what do they call those things?
It's like sort of like my box knife.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A box knife, like
it's like one of these.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like Home Depot sells those things $9.99 every day.
Yeah,
I got that
don't
one for
remember where I
$5
got
at
it
Home
from,
Depot.
Yeah, no, that's so when I got the knife, it came with like 1 or 2 replacement blades. That just happens to be the replacement blade. So I have the actual blade for the knife itself in one piece somewhere in this freaking mess. But I have so much camping, hunting, and whatnot gear, I can no longer keep track where anything's at because I just keep stashing it like a squirrel in little cubbies.
My knee, so I can put.
Well, you know, there's that, you know, saying about a squirrel.
Yeah, don't wear shorts in the woods because squirrels go for your nuts.
No, even a blind squirrel gets a nut.
Yeah.
And you missed it. I need a clearer picture. You moved when you took the picture.
All right, folks, we are at the 3.3 hour and 7 minute mark. I was going to shut this down 7 minutes ago, but we got into a little bit of an interesting topic. So I'm going to wind her down here.
Wait till
I
after
want to
the
thank
flash.
everybody for joining me tonight. Daniel, Colin, Jason, Molly, Nicole, Blake, Cecilia, CR, Dan, TD Knives. Well, again, TD Knives down here. Both Tiffany and Daniel.
No, say hi to them.
Night, Jenny. You guys have a good one.
Night, buddy.
Say night to Daniel too.
Oh, night, Daniel.
And you're
Night.
here, folks. Everybody have a great weekend, or sorry, great rest of your weekend. Be well, be safe. Don't
I hope to see everybody on Dance Live tomorrow.
Get outside and grow. And if you haven't started growing, learn to grow.
Hey, who's Dan?
The outdoors.
Okay.
He's got a live tomorrow.
Yeah.
Start right
like,
here.
Yep. I don't know. Like,
Awesome.
I'm not used to the regular names yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, it takes a bit. It's taken me 4 years to learn most of these people's names.
Yeah.
Folks, this is going to be Foxy Outdoors signing off. You have a great one. Don't
Night,
forget,
everybody.